You know, sometimes all you need is 20 seconds of insane courage. Just literally 20 seconds of just embarrassing bravery. And I promise you, something great will come of it.
To lace these lyrical douches in your bushes who rock grooves and make moves with all the mommies. The back of the club sipping Moet as you find me. The back of the club macking hoes, my crew's behind me. Mad question asking, blunt passing, music blasting. But I just can't quit because one of these honeys Biggie got to creep with, sleep with, keep the ep a secret. Why not? Why blow up my spot? Cause we both got hot. Now check it. I got more Mac than Craig and in the bed. Believe me, sweetie, I got enough to f needy. No need to be greedy. I got mad friends with Benzes. See notes by the layers. True fucking players. Jump in the Rover and come over. Tell your friends jump in the GS3. I got the chronic, you can free. Most of these niggas think they be macking, but they be acting. Who they attracting with that line? What's your name? What's your sign? Soon as he buy that wine, I just creep up from behind and ask you what your interests are. Be with things to make you smile. What numbers to dial? You gon' be here for a while. I'm gon' call my crew. You gon' call your crew. We can rendezvous at the bar around 2. Plans to leave, throw the keys to C's. Put the truck up front and roll up the next blunt so we can steam on the way to the telly. Go fill my belly. A T-bone steak, cheese, eggs, and Welch's grape. Conversate for a few, cause we gon' do what we came to do. Ain't that right, boo? Forget the telly, we just go to the crib and watch a movie in the jacuzzi, smoke L's while you do me. Imagine ends is giving ends to my friends and it feels stupendous. Tremendous cream, fuck $1 and a dream. Still tote gat strapped with infrared beams. Chopping O's, smoking low. Optimals, money holes and clothes, all a nigga knows. A foolish pleasure, whatever. I had to find the buried treasure, so grams I had to measure. However, living better now, coochie now. Drop top BMs, I'm the man, girl, fool.
Hey, hi, hello. What's up, Internet? How's it going out there? Hope everyone's doing well and good. I hope you had a good week. I've been gone forever. I thought I was sick, but I was a different kind of sick than I thought. I got like an infection in my mouth, teeth. I think it's my wisdom teeth, but to be determined. Going to the dentist on Monday, so gonna figure that out. But my face was so fucked up. It was like swollen out to here. It was, you can still see it. It's like just so big. But I'm here. Made the last 3 days of September. Let's go. Sitting at 9 subs. Poggers. I love that for me. I'm so mad. I feel like I was doing so well before it happened, and now everyone forgot I existed. Hello? Hello? Is anyone out there? But there's so much going on. So much content. I didn't want to miss it. And I missed you, chat. I made soup, and that's like why I'm so late. I'm like, I have so much to do, but I did want to squeeze in some streams. Try it again tomorrow earlier, but you know. Life is a struggle. Life is hard. I don't know. I forgot that I need to actually pre-watch Leftovers. I think they did some TOS shit. I like woke up and watched a little Gremlo right when they were like, they had just pressed the button. But I don't know if they like cut everything out or what. So I do need to pre-watch that actually. But at least we can do Fear and Dark History. It's like pretty late anyway, so we can do that. I don't know how much I feel like being on camera with my face being all like fucked up. To be honest, not that good. I don't like it. I thought it was better than it was, and now I'm like seeing on camera like it's not great. I mean, it feels better. It feels a lot better, but you can definitely see it. I look like I have like something in my cheek, like I'm a chipmunk. It's so dumb. It's really, really dumb. And like, I do brush my teeth, I swear I do. Should I brush teeth on stream? For proof? No. It's some fucking weirdo. Anyway. Probably start because there's a lot.
Welcome back.
Fear&.
Welcome back to the Fear&. podcast. That's right.
That's right. That's the name of our podcast. Don't wear it out. Hello. Hello, hello. Today, after last week's insane episode where we had girls and gays and also Tana, which is like somewhere in between the two. Why not both? I decided we're gonna have a only male podcast dicks, pussies, titties. Am I right, fellas? Let's go.
I feel like this is a revenge episode from last week.
Yes, it is.
Where it was the gays and the girls, and now you guys are just gonna.
We
beat
are
the
going.
Shit out of me.
Yeah, we're gonna hate crime.
And no man says raw, hot, wet testosterone like Eddy motherfucking.
Hey, yo.
That's right, dude. I wanted to bring the
Hey,
guy
yo.
who's just fucking oozing with it, brother. Look at that mustache. Don't even.
the hairiest guy you could think
Yeah,
of.
right.
Let your nuts hang, dude. Let your nuts hang behind the paywall.
Oh, they're
later.
hanging down here. They're right under the. Is
Hell,
there a paywall?
that's
Is there a
fine.
paywall camera?
I can
under
feel
the
them. They're
table?
on my
Yeah.
leg.
That'd be great. The paywall camera just waist down.
Yeah, just fucking Japanese subway creep shot style.
Yeah.
You know, people would watch it.
That's what we do. That's how we do it. Hey, Fear and new episode. We're doing the damn thing. I just want to start off with one very important piece of information. March, can you please pull up our YouTube page really quickly? I just want to do a quick test.
Sure.
This is not for you, Eddie. Eddie, for the record, we just kind of talk amongst ourselves, and you're like, someone that we brought along.
We're
Right,
like a
exactly.
viewer, just
Yes.
to hang out and
Yeah,
watch.
no, that's literally what our podcast normally works. Okay, so you look at that. What is that average? We're like 267,000, 300,000. Pretty good numbers.
Oh, look at
Last
that.
episode had 322,000.
Ooh, I think I know where you're going with this.
Can you look up what's the name of this other podcast?
I can't believe you're doing this.
What's the name of this other podcast? It's called. Wait, you're. Oh yeah,
So annoying, Hassan. Come
The
on.
Yard. Yeah.
I can't.
Can you look
believe
up-
You're doing
Can you
this.
click on their profile?
We are opening up a can of worms.
Let me. Wait, what does that say? 207,000, 282,000, 260. Oh wow.
Son, this
Wow.
is so petty.
Well, it seems like our podcast, which many people have said has a bad name, which I don't think it has a bad name, is crushing another podcast.
Son, I
by the
can't
name
believe
of
you've
it.
done this.
It's not a great name, but I will admit, I mean, it doesn't really matter, the name, Like, most of it's like Hassan. Like Hassan and Will promoting it.
No, you want to know what's fucked up about it? I did this to his face on the phone. After talking to Lud yesterday for like 35 to 45 minutes about like all of my woes, I literally was like, oh, by the way, I just looked up the Yard's numbers and we're fucking crushing
Bro,
you.
we might have kicked a giant. We might have had the Yard next episode,
Little bit of
live
competition.
ass nair episode, 6 million views.
Yeah, little competition ain't hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think we're whooping that ass.
Well, in
Yeah.
celebration of that,
Ooh,
I got a little
that's
segment
great
for us.
segue. Great segue.
Oh,
A
yeah.
little segment for us.
Oh my god.
Grab a French fry,
Oh
and
my
I got
God.
some nuggies in case.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
go.
boys and girls,
Oh yeah.
in the most
Let's go.
shameless plug I've ever done, I've been working on something
Did you
for
make
a
these?
long time. Yeah, those are also mine.
Oh wow.
I've been working on
Oh,
my
what are you
own
working on, Will?
brand
This is
of
exciting.
hot sauce.
No.
This is Speedy's WillNeff edition. Marsh, that's your bottle.
Wait, no.
Okay,
Oh, this
Marsh,
is
that's
like-
now
No,
your
that's my
bottle.
bottle.
Is this
This
over?
is gonna
No,
be
it's
a
just
bit.
weird.
Is this a real
I need
hot sauce?
two
This is
bottles.
a real hot sauce.
The label looked too real.
Is this
to-
over 3 ounces? Can I get this in my bag through airport security?
I do not
This
know.
has got to
that.
be more.
This
than
is-
Oh,
Yeah,
you can't. So just leave it here. Don't worry about it.
I just, I want honest
Just leave it
opinions.
here.
Try the hot sauce.
I'm gonna check it in my luggage.
Because I think pound for pound, dollar for dollar, I have the best hot sauce in the world.
Okay.
Some ghost pepper.
Quantity of soy in that room must be breaking records. Is that right?
Shit you're dropping
This
just
is
for
no
a fun
ghost
episode.
pepper.
Yeah, someone died already.
This is habanero, peach, and garlic.
Will, I'm gonna tell you if it sucks.
Yep, please do.
I will tell you.
Tell me if it's.
I am a hot sauce connoisseur. I
it's
love
not
hot
the
sauce.
hottest. It's got some back heat.
I want to try it. I'm sure it's so good.
Ooh, I
It's a
opened
very
it
sweet
and it went
sauce.
boom.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna do this.
Oh, that smells really
So
good.
You're the first one
You
to
say
try
sweet?
this. Here, just put it right there. Put it
Oh, that's
down.
good.
It smells very
You can
good.
put a lot on because it's not super spicy.
Eddie, do you want to take out of this?
Yeah, sure.
It
I
does
didn't want
sound
to
good.
douse it. I wanted to dip it
Dump
in
this
there. You
one
know what I
into
mean? I
I'm
want to.
starting to get on.
Sweet and spicy is such a good combo.
Give it a
Get on
whirl.
the table here. Let me balance it out. Hassan, do you have any napkins? Because it's gonna spill.
There's holes in the top.
Yeah,
And
there's.
the-
And I don't know why I did that.
Oh
There's-
no.
well, it's. I'm gonna get it with the fry right here. Okay, there we
The
go.
I
disaster.
mean, to your credit, you didn't know there was going to be a taste test in the beginning.
Has Austin ever had fast food before?
with.
Didn't
I
know.
guess.
Wasn't prepared.
We didn't have cups, so.
Oh no, don't worry. Even if he was prepared, he would have figured out a way to fuck it up.
Probably go nugget.
Oh,
Will, this hot sauce is fire.
Will,
I told you.
I'm not
This
even.
is really good.
Let's go.
I was gonna be nice either way, but this is really good.
Yeah, like Will, this is fire.
It's a bit sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like a little kick, like
Oh,
a
that-
baby kick.
So
It's a good sauce.
It's very
that's a
good.
sauce.
This is my baby. This is
is
what
very
I'm
good.
working on.
Will,
not-
this is a great sauce.
Yes.
I'm not saying this just to sell hot sauce for
W.
you. Can I
No.
keep this bottle?
It's yours.
Nice.
Will,
I actually will
this
use
may
this
have changed my life.
Nice.
I knew you were gonna be my biggest critic because I knew if it was bad, you would have
Yoink.
been like, "Well, this is trash."
No, it was. I pride myself in being an honest guy,
You're honest.
and I swear to God, this is fire. You know what I'm gonna do, Will?
What are you gonna do?
Well, let me tell you something. I don't do this often.
Sure.
I'm checking this as a bag.
Wow.
No. Just leave it here. Don't worry
No,
about it.
motherfucker. I'm
No,
taking
no,
it
don't
home.
worry about it. Just leave it here. I heard
checking this as a bag, like as its own bag. Wait, what?
it's illegal.
No, I'm checking this as a bag.
I heard in the state of Oregon it's illegal
No.
to.
Well, I don't know if you understood me. I am not just checking it in my bag. I'm checking it as a bag.
Thank you.
I've got a baggage allowance of 3.
Our meet and greet at TwitchCon.
Yes. Our meet and greet. The Hassan WillNeff, Hassan Biker we meet and
I'm
greet.
giving away 200 bottles.
Oh my God.
So first 200 people to our
Fuck
meet
yeah.
and greet.
Can
Get a
you
lot.
give me a nugget? It's a
Oh,
little
for
too
sure.
full.
I'm dead serious. This is
All right, you don't have to gas it up
No.
anymore. We can move on to.
No, it's really good.
no. I'm
Thank you.
gonna. In fact, Hassan, do you have a plate or something that I could use?
There's just the relief of
I'm not
like,
gonna get up to
that
get a
was
plate.
really
Don't
good.
worry about it. Fuck it up.
Wouldn't that be a terrible way to start a podcast? You just put something in your mouth. They're like, oh.
I will give constructive criticism
That's
to
fucking
friends,
good.
but there's no more relief in my life when a friend shows me like a project or something they've done. I'm like, I really love this, and I can
Yeah.
just kind of be
This
nice
is
about
fire.
it.
So I'm a big hot sauce guy. I don't know if you're a big hot sauce guy.
I really like hot sauce, but I haven't gone into the world of hot sauce.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well,
Amazing.
Can I?
Phenomenal.
Can
The
you-
world.
Here's
Eddie,
where you fucked up.
Eddie,
you,
tell me
you
about-
only-
There are so many different kinds of hot sauces. It's true. I always wanted to get the collection from Hot Ones. Just to see like how much I can do.
you only got like a little bit of chicken nuggets.
I did get 10 nuggets.
I'm dying to know.
Mm-hmm.
You've got that sexy mustache.
You do. You
With
have
all
a
your hot
sexy
sauce money, you could
mustache.
have gotten more. you
Has
know?
it been working for you? Is it in the sex department? Like the sexiness?
What? Where do you mean the sex department? I've been
Where's the
in a committed
girlfriend?
relationship for over 3 years.
I
so
knew that. That's what but I'm saying, is it working?
Yeah, no, it's,
Are you
it's
asking
She's
him?
still there.
she's around.
Like,
No.
what's next? You gonna ask him how he fucks his girlfriend? Does the mustache help in bed?
Am I crossing the line here, Eddie?
No, I also did
How exactly do you use the mustache in bed?
grow the mustache, or I guess trimmed it correctly, kind of right before Chrissy and I started dating.
Okay.
So
There you go.
it worked. It worked.
I like that you did that and never like I can't fuck this up ever again.
I'm also not gonna get rid of it because like it just I don't know. I like it a lot, and now I look in the mirror and it's part of my face.
It's so good.
And if I get rid of it, I just feel like I see old photos of
You know what
myself,
I-
and I'm like, I'm not him anymore.
You know what
It's
I've
been too
noticed
many
about
years.
you? The shape of your mustache perfectly mimics the shape of your eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, never thought.
You have like very almondy, beautiful eyes,
Interesting.
and you have a very almondy
You're
mustache.
saying you have the what's that thing that was on TikTok?
symmetry.
Oh, is it you talking about the incel thing?
The incel
I never really thought about that. Hold on.
thing that
Wait.
was on TikTok.
Symmetry.
Oh, is it you talking about the incel?
Oh yeah, I kind of see it. Now that he points it out, yeah, it's like on the same like line. That's so. It does suit him. I'm not a fan of a mustache, but it does suit him. He does need to trim it. I want to see your lip. You know what I mean? But otherwise, A+. W mustache.
The incel thing. The
what was that called? It
No,
was-
not the epicanthic fold. That's just Asian people have that, I think, right?
I only vaguely saw like one or a little bit of discussion.
Yeah, it's
about
when
it.
you have droopy eyes.
Okay. And do I have that correctly? Do I pass?
No,
the
you have
incel
it.
test?
You have it like going downwards. So they're saying like you're
You have
cooked.
sexy eyes.
Okay,
You have kind
thank
eyes.
you.
But I think you have kind eyes and sexy eyes as well. Yes, it's
Well,
natural.
We also
Thank
need
you.
to talk about the elephant in the room.
Mm-hmm.
You
How I trim my pubic hair.
no,
Other
no.
things.
This is much more serious.
But we'll get to that.
Your video might have killed one of the greatest singer-songwriters in our
I
generation.
doubt he saw it. We didn't kill him.
I'm just saying you did a Margaritaville video.
Oh.
And then
Wait.
what happened immediately after?
That's so true. Wait, what did you do, Eddie? What did you do?
Not immediately.
Not immediately.
afterward.
About 2 months later, but one thing I think didn't help is that it was about to cross 2 months, but YouTube still said 1 month, so people thought it was extra recent.
Oh yeah, they do that.
Yeah, he was hospitalized
Welcome back, Stim. Thank you.
once when we were on the trip.
Face is much better, but you can see it's still kind of fucked up, but yeah, mostly better. We'll see. I'm going to the dentist on Monday.
Right.
And there was this kind of discussion with Ted and I where we're like,
Yeah, and do you think
his
he was
life is the
holding out
most
hope
important thing, but we're also like wasting 2 months of our lives on this project. And like, what do we do? Because we don't want to be disrespectful. But Jimmy held out, and it ended up, I don't know, he died around friends and family and his dogs. So
I have an alternative. Okay,
you
so
have a theory about it.
Well,
I have an alternative
Can we
theory
provide
about it,
some
yeah.
context here?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Jimmy has lived a very
Hold on.
what?
Let me give some context because Austin's kind of swimming in the abstract.
Yeah.
Eddie recently did an amazing video
Hey,
with Ted
dentist.
where they went and
Yay, spending all the monies that I do not have. Ah. W dentist. Man, they must be living good, you know? How are you though?
visited every Margaritaville
Yes.
Restaurant.
in the country
Heard about
and
it.
Canada.
Yep. Okay.
Soon after,
2 months later.
Well, my dentist doesn't take access. The place that would is like impossible to get into, so I don't even know where I would find a dentist that takes that shit. So mm, I don't know. I need them to like tell me how bad it is or whatever. I don't know, something.
very soon, almost immediately after,
Yep.
2 months
video
later.
drops.
3 weeks later.
Jimmy Buffett
kicks
dies.
the bucket.
He was
There
already
are
sick
some
before.
that are connecting the dots.
What could the video have done?
I'm a
You
little
want me to know?
Oh, yeah.
I told Ted this already, but in private, and I think this is what happened. Genuinely, in my head canon, but also I think this is real. Number one, Jimmy Buffett lived a very long and beautiful life, and Margaritaville was his baby. It made him billions of dollars.
I stayed awake.
you know,
in
He always wanted to live Moss, right? But he wanted to also carry the
That's the
torch.
Taco Bell.
Okay, whatever. I'm mixing up the branding, here. But it's like pretty much the same thing. Like he's cheeseburgers in paradise. He wanted a life where after a long day of work, you could just slam back some margaritas, and it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Maybe you're
like God
maybe you're
intended.
drinking at 12, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? But he was very worried that, in spite of the billions of dollars in franchising and the plane that he definitely shipped metric tons of cocaine in, because no one has a seaplane and doesn't ship cocaine in the fucking 80s, 90s, 60s, 70s. He was literally
true.
shot by the Jamaican police. Just look it up if you don't believe me.
Wasn't Bono on the plane
Wait,
when that
what?
happened?
I don't know. Well, more.
I
Yeah,
know
there you
less
go.
than you did research when you watched it on stream.
Yeah.
I saw you doing research and I was like, this is more than I did for
Yeah,
the video.
more evidence that he definitely was trafficking cocaine. But there's nothing wrong with that. We love cocaine. That's great.
Wait, he's talking about Jimmy Buffett still, right? Wait, that's wild.
Anyway, and in his final days when he was very sick, I think he was like a little bit worried about how will I ensure that the legacy continues. And then he saw the double feature. Magnificent, Eddie Burback, barebacking cheeseburgers in paradise, going to every Margaritaville, and he said, "This is it. This is living La Vida Loca. This is they did it."
Now you're just every.
So I gave him a peaceful death then, you're
Yes,
saying?
you did.
Okay.
He said, "I can finally rest easy, knowing full well."
Wait, I can't get over this story. This is so strange. Buffett and Bono. What a combination of people, first off, were shot at by the Jamaican police while on Buffett's plane. An avid pilot? I didn't know that. He owned a seaplane called the Hemisphere Dancer. What the fuck? Received a tip that a drug smuggling operation was working in the area. Wait, someone tipped them off to the cops. That's crazy. What? He wanted to introduce his friends to a favorite jerk chicken he'd found. That's like so wholesome. It's not cocaine, it's just jerk chicken. Oh my god. Okay. I need to read this later. That's hilarious. Vegas memories take me back. Yeah. Sorry, can't stay. Yeah, sorry. I was later than I wanted to be. I was making soup. YouTube making boosty moves. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Have a good night. I'll try to be back tomorrow earlier.
That people will continue living Moss, living La Vida Loca. Both are Jimmy Buffett's.
None of these are Buffett-isms.
Both are
There are
Buffettisms.
so many Buffett-isms, and you're just throwing anything Spanish at
Parrot,
them.
real parrot heads
For
no.
some reason.
Also,
He doesn't even speak Spanish.
the arc of my video is that I don't. So Ted does, but I fall out of it. So like, but I guess the energy is there. That
Both sides. He's a big both sides guy. Both sides of trafficking cocaine and also both sides of living La Vida Loca, which is a Jimmy Buffett trope.
Yeah.
Not just in honor of him, but I do have a photo from the floor to the keys of the video for my wallpaper of my Apple Watch that I got.
Hell yeah.
So I now I can look always and remember what he's gifted me. And also money from the video. That's also been great. That's been better
that's
than the
always
wallpaper.
good.
That's way better than the wallpaper for sure.
Yeah.
So how did you get your name Eddy Bareback?
My parents gave it to me. Well, not the last name.
No. That's his name's Burback.
Oh,
Burback.
I just say bareback.
Oh, that's your
Yeah,
name.
Burback is my
Austin.
last name.
Yeah.
Stop.
Eddie, what are you doing?
You were
Speaking of
way
stage
more
name.
involved in the Tana conversation.
This is cutting edge journalism from AustinShow.
What have you been
Classic.
into recently?
Into?
Yeah, what have you been doing?
Mainly not exciting stuff. I'm trying to figure out what the next thing I really want to like dive into for like a work project is. I also have a channel with my brother that we that I've just been working on. Other than that, just like playing Tears of the Kingdom, just hanging out. I'm not a very busy person unless I'm throwing myself into a video. That's about it.
What do you do for fun?
Tears of the Kingdom.
I play games.
Okay.
I walk a lot.
Oh, wow. Nice.
I like walking around.
Okay.
I'm like an old man already. Sometimes I catch myself with my arms behind my back, like that kind of, pose. The inspecting kind of
Pensive.
old man walking around. And I stop myself and I'm like, I'm not old enough yet for this. But I also run. I'm doing.
Put your hand up like this and go, teenagers.
Yeah,
That sort of thing.
I'll yell at any teen on Melrose that makes me.
Get off the sidewalk with that skateboard type of shit. I could see it.
feel like times are changing.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. But nowadays it's valid, which I think is a really good segue into what I want to talk about.
Hell yeah.
First topic, first point of contention here. Teenagers have always
Easy
been kind of
segue.
lame. We were teenagers. We were shitty when we were teenagers. Nowadays, they're like more toxic, I think, partially because we're old, but also partially because of what they're watching. Oh, yeah. And the content they're consuming is predominantly like Aiden Ross streams, Sneeko, and the like. And we were kind of riffing on that before we started on the stream, but I wanted to point to something here and get your guys' take on it. Kick is a toxic shithole.
Sure.
It's out of control. The latest thing is that they had Sam
Terrible.
Pepper is back.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know,
that
Sam Pepper's
couch
British.
stream.
Yeah, exactly.
What they're calling it.
That's what I mean. That stream was very much. If
Yeah.
you're thinking bad,
Wait. Wait, who's Sam Pepper? Is this a separate thing? Oh my god.
For a camera shot on a couch or traded a couch, it's what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, it's a perfect way to describe it. They're on. They find a fan on the ground, which they are calling Robot Andy, because very clever, and they hire an escort for said fan, and they're filming, and then the sex worker's phone number obviously is immediately found. It leaks, and then they start texting her and like creeping her out, like the fans that are watching, and then one of them actually reveals to the sex worker that like there's 2 other people that she wasn't aware of in a separate room, and that like it's being live streamed, like everything that she's doing is being live streamed, because they told her like she was being recorded but not live streamed. She
Okay,
freaks
yeah,
out.
no.
She wants to leave. She gets like
This is the same thing. Wait. Why do I feel like I've heard that name before?
very scared, wants to leave. And then there's a brief moment where like the fan is literally trying, like the bald guy is trying to not let her leave, and it's like very tense. And then they get arrested because it was like a swatting, I guess. They did a swatting. The usual. Just normal, really cool stuff.
Every fucking terrible.
Yeah. So that's where we're at. And throughout this entire process, the fucking dude who was the co-founder of the live streaming service / the online crypto gambling casino that is basically the engine that fuels it with revenue, is in the chat throwing up Keck W's, laughing, for those of you who are uninitiated.
During that stream?
He was in the chat during the fucking bald guy. Like it's like him spamming like laughing emojis.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he had also
Yeah, laughing and donoing.
hung out with Ice Side the day before I saw, because they're in Australia and he's Australian. So, really cool stuff. I think some serious moderation is a necessity. Wanted to, open up the conversation for you guys. Hear what you have to say while I eat the rest of these fucking fries before Will tanks them. Bitch.
It's good sauce.
Well, you were talking about the teens for it. I don't think I was trying to think about this actually earlier today. Did we? I mean, we know the business was never that good for being like
Hassan used so much of that sauce. It's like half gone.
the kind of sexist grifter type thing. We didn't have an internet version of somebody like Tate, even though he's like pretty relevant now. Those types, like there wasn't like a group of those guys so overt when we were younger on the internet, right?
No, there were, but they were like
They were
not
there,
They
but-
were not as mainstream.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is like there wasn't a figure that everybody had to talk about because they were so in everybody's face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you at least made a cursory effort to hide things, right? Like, I think for us to go and look at smut or extreme violence or kind of degeneracy like that, you had to make an effort to go on like the very fringes of the internet, eat fucked and
Oh yeah.
sites that had like really heinous, awful scarring.
I never went to the really upsetting websites. I was always just like,
I've seen
I
it.
don't want to feel bad, so I wouldn't seek it out.
Yeah, I didn't see that shit. Like, I saw some shit on accident, like on Reddit or even Facebook, like the earlier days. But no, I life is bad enough, you know?
I do think that there is kind of like, in the same way that you get the stomach rush when you stand on the edge of a skyscraper and there's like that voice that calls to you. The French have a word for it. It's like
No, I hate that. I hate that.
the call of the void or something like that.
Yes.
I think there is kind of a quality, especially for young people on the internet, where like they want to see the train wreck. And I think
Live leak.
yeah, ultimately, I think Kick is now providing a lot of those like impulses where it's like, oh my God, how I can't believe this is happening. I have to watch. And I think there's a very real appeal to that kind of stuff. Whether or not, you know, you should be broadcasting at all, I think that's where the real question is.
Yeah, no, I am a firm believer that like obviously pranksters and things of that nature are always going to exist, but like pushing boundaries is one thing, but pushing boundaries in this direction always feels like so gross and exploitative for the average person who, you know, doesn't need to be a part of your scheme. You know what I mean? You're like running around putting a camera in people's faces and you're making a mockery of them for an audience that is also utilizing you like a robot in the real world. Like one of the other versions of this is Johnny Somali, the guy who recently got arrested in Japan.
Knocked the fuck
He got knocked the fuck out. He
I don't
got
know
choked out.
Oh, he's the worst. He's this
wanna-
racist
you wanna
piece
pull
of
this
shit
up?
who runs around Japan saying racist shit.
Yeah, he just like keeps screaming Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
Does he live there and that's his like kind of whole thing? Is
I think he just traveled there.
okay.
But some dude knocked the fuck out of he and his friend.
Yeah. And then now he is actually arrested in involuntary hold for 20 to 30 days in Japan is the rule of law in Japan. But yeah, he got arrested because he broke into a construction site and was like doing the Hiroshima Nagasaki shit again. That's when he got knocked the fuck out. Yeah. It was really cool. Wait, show us sound. The sound. Show us sound. That
It's
shit
a
is
clean double.
pretty fire. No. Listen to the grunt. Look.
Just don't grab my camera. All you have to say
Don't
is
grab nothing.
Boom.
Oh,
Do you hear it? Wait, pause it.
God.
You hear him go.
Yeah.
It's one of the
Falcon
sickest
punches
sounds
him.
I've ever heard.
Yeah, play that again. Let us get that Falcon punch.
oh.
With a cigarette in his mouth.
Come on, man.
That reminds me of that old camera kick video. You know what I'm talking about? The one, it was like during a protest. I forgot. It was the person like stanced up and then did a full like sweeping kick of the camera.
Oh, it's the fucking the dude at the Planned Parenthood.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's like kind of effete,
and
and
then he,
you
like,
don't expect him, but
yeah.
then he just fucking whap.
I fucking
It's
love that.
sick.
Roundhouse kick.
That's
on there.
crazy.
great.
Have you ever been hit like that?
Yeah.
Have I been hit?
A feet. Fucking nerd way of saying like what effeminate, I think.
Like that? Yes.
Have you been hit like
Forgot.
that?
No.
I've never been in a
Wait,
fight.
who's hitting you guys? What
Yeah,
why
what
are you
happened to
getting
you?
hit so
How
much?
did you get hit?
I got punched a lot.
I went to school.
Was
in
did
New
you deserve
Jersey.
it?
I don't know if anybody ever deserves to get the shit kicked out of them, but
Yeah, but I mean, you know,
Affected, and overly refined. Maybe I was wrong.
what I mean.
no, I didn't deserve it.
Sometimes people deserve to
I
get
didn't
the kid-
deserve it.
Yeah.
I got
Oh.
knocked.
No, I was right. There's a secondary definition of a man behaving in a way that's traditionally associated with women. Regardless, regardless as inappropriate for a man. Yeah. Okay.
Knocked out cold by a kid in high school. One of my roommates, he basically freaked out because I poked him with a stick, and this was in boarding school, and I like ran away, and I think it was like snowing outside. We were having a snowball fight or whatever, and he came with like a log, and I just tapped me on the shoulder, and he
What the?
hit me in the face.
What kind of childhood was
The
this?
school
Bro,
fights,
teenagers are
school fights,
fucked
I
up.
understand that young. Have you guys
Yeah.
been hit like that as adults?
I mean, in college.
Shit, man. I guess I went to community
I never
college,
got in a
the only,
school fight.
The only person that would beat the shit out of me, I guess, is my fraternal twin brother, and we were not fighting in my mom's basement at community college.
If you and your
so-
fraternal twin brother death match right now,
Who wins?
I don't. If we don't, it's like removing. we don't know each other.
Right
and
now,
we're
I'm
just
taking that
fighting.
your brother wins. With that
I am
kind of
bigger
answer.
than Tony.
Okay.
So, but
Own
also
it.
like I mean, we would have to
Atmosphere
be,
podcast. Would you kill your brother if it came down to it, dude?
we would have to be like reprogrammed to where I wouldn't. I don't think I could hurt. We
Austin is zoning out so hard right now.
You are in a pit.
well then I'd let him kill me.
Wow.
I'm not gonna kill my
That's
brothers.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
Does your brother have a mustache like
Do
you?
it.
No, he has a beard though.
Oh, okay.
Do it.
Facial hair runs in the family.
Yeah.
So in a life or death scenario, you just choose.
Life or death, I'm letting Tony kill me, but also I think Tony would let me kill him. So I think we just hang out for a while until we starve to death.
Fair.
Hassan, could you kill me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Could or
I-
would?
I would buy kill
both.
on that.
You would.
I think
You
you
could
could.
kill me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I know you could kill me, but like,
Oh.
That was the question.
could you emotionally kill me?
Yeah.
I will eat your leftist ass.
Yeah.
Depends.
I know physically. Oh, depends.
Depends how you've been behaving.
What would I?
What have you done?
You
What
would
have
be-
you done
You
that
would
I
feel
would
no
never?
empathy for killing me.
After another Tana podcast, he's all in on kill.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
code switches. He was all girly girl. He was all girly. This guy, he's all manly right now.
Which is not like my thing. It's just visually. That's
Wait,
what my
I'm
face
sorry.
looks like.
Are you serious? You know all of the stuff that we say and do is recorded on camera.
Yeah, I know. I stand by what I
You
said.
think
He
people
was-
won't
he
be
was
able to
all
notice how different you
cool.
are right now in comparison to
He
last
was
episode
all
when you were like,
cool,
"Hey,
girly girl" last week. Oh yeah, he was all Tana's bestie and everything like that. Now he's a manly man.
I'm not a manly. It's the mustache tricks everybody. I'm not.
no,
I'm
Eddie's
not
a
in this-
manly man. He's lying to you."
You're a manly man.
That's what
What's the
manly men do.
manliest
That's the manliest thing you could say.
thing you do?
Not much, man. I don't like.
Just if you had to name something that someone went, damn, that is grizzled.
I think visually that's all I got.
I think
You think the mustache is the grisliest?
Okay,
thing?
wait, hold on. Okay, let me ask a question then. Do you use body wash on your face?
No.
Oh yeah, you have a girlfriend of 3 years actually. That's
I
like
before
impossible.
even I like.
Wait, even
I-
before?
I don't have a good. I guess the not having a solid skincare routine is probably the most grizzled thing that I do. I just kind of do it as is.
Okay.
But like I don't. Before Chrissy and I dated, no like a 2-in-1 shampoo or anything.
That's
I
good.
condition. I also have an older sister, so
Do you use
Awesome.
a
What's the
moisturizer?
grisliest thing you do?
The grisliest thing?
Grisliest thing.
Yeah, nobody should be washing their face with body wash. It's not good. I don't think it's the same. I mean, unless you are lucky and have perfect skin and never get acne or anything, maybe that's fine. But I don't think anyone's like really like that. Like no blackheads, no nothing ever. Nah, you need like something extra for that shit.
Thing.
Defends the Vikings
No,
vociferously.
the most-
Yeah.
I mean, the grisliest thing, like in my routine,
No, just what can you do that's like pretty fucking manly?
pretty fucking manly. God damn, I don't.
I'm
do
telling
much.
you, the way he dressed before,
I
the way he
watched
dressed for years,
I watched
and
football.
yeah,
Yeah.
I watch football and I get really into. So I was at a football game this weekend. I went to the U of O, the Ducks and Colorado Buffaloes game.
Sure.
And I'd say the grisliest thing is when I know, like, for as much as Hassan has taught me about politics and the problems with the military-industrial complex, there's something that gets me so rock hard when the fucking national anthem starts playing.
that's so
pretty
funny.
grisly.
And
That's pretty
they
grisly.
had paratroopers, Navy paratroopers,
yeah.
diving into the stadium.
yeah.
Okay, with America the Beautiful playing
Yeah.
on an electric guitar.
Yeah.
I was rock hard with my hand over my
Wicked.
chest, and I was so proud to be an American. Yeah. That is the most grisly thing. There's nothing
I love
more
that.
Not grizzly. That's just nationalism.
powerful to me.
hand over the chest, hat over your erection.
Yes.
Hat
Yeah.
hanging on the erection.
Yes, I love
That's
it.
what you remove the head coverings for, brother.
I started the USA chant in my section.
Hassan, what's the grisliest thing you do? You're not really a grizzly.
He's
guy,
all
are you?
grizzly.
It's
God.
because
Like, look, he doesn't wash his face.
I wash my face. It's just like I use body wash because why would you need to use something different?
You fart in your car a lot.
I hate this lie that
He
you have.
farts in his car.
No, this is a lie that he's perpetrated. If he's perpetuated this lie, because like it's the perfect lie you can tell about someone online because no one can check you.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually think that's
Stinky.
true. I've driven his car. It does smell like
See,
fart.
there you go. Now he's doing it too.
There's a
Okay.
couple of those kind of like open secrets around like internet people, and I
Yeah.
hear that about you all the time.
Classic.
What is
I
something
hate you
grisly
guys.
do though? I mean, you lift a lot. That's
I
pretty grisly.
guess, yeah.
Do you
I
grunt
work
when
I
you
guess-
lift?
What?
Do you grunt?
Sometimes.
When I was in high school and community college, I used to, I think, do a lot more like performative stuff like that. I also used to lift a lot throughout all of high school and then
Are you even lifting, bro, if you don't grunt?
in community college. And then I think having just this look, I'm like, I'm good. I don't have to do anything that I don't
Yeah.
want to do now. I don't have to, even though I don't mind.
What is he doing? What is he
So
doing?
what just happened? You just drank some hot sauce? It's on your lip.
It's on your lips. What are you doing?
It's really good. WillNeph's hot sauce.
You know what the most grisly thing I do is? I'll tell you right now. I don't get
What's that? A thirst trap? What is he doing?
stitches. I super glue my cuts.
Oh my god.
And I've
Go
done
to
this-
the hospital.
I've done this many times, and I have like pretty gnarly
Oh,
scars all
no.
over. And the first time I did it around Caroline, she like really freaked out.
Understandably.
I like, went to open a bag of carrots, and I stabbed my thumb,
It is a pretty funny, like, going from grizzly mode to like, I was opening a bag of baby carrots.
I was opening up a bag of baby carrots.
And you cut yourself.
And I cut myself real bad.
Guys, and
Why do you refuse to go to the hospital?
Because you don't
But I was opening it manually.
need stitches. You just super glue your cuts.
Okay, and did it work?
Yeah, work great.
Well, I guess he's
It
here,
looks like
so
your hand. That's true. But it'd be really crazy to bleed out.
No, but I just
Okay,
I took an Uber to CVS, grabbed a tube of super glue.
so you took an Uber somewhere and it wasn't the hospital,
you could go to urgent care. For
and
that.
you have healthcare.
yeah.
So I mean,
I understand.
I guess also
the
it's
same,
US,
It's the
so
same
it's
thing.
not-
But then again, I'm not a good person for this because I found out throughout. A couple years back, I found out that I had like a broken piece of bone in my kneecap swirling around.
Yeah, you super glue that.
That was like the size of a ping pong ball, like a little bit
did
smaller.
you feel pain from
Yeah,
it?
all the
Okay.
time. I used to just like squat with it, and it would sometimes get stuck in between my knee. So
Do you have arthritis?
no, I don't think so. But sometimes
I hate
when it's
thinking about
humid,
that.
My joints.
I hate thinking about that so much. Knees are so weird. Like your kneecap can just slide like off and like back. Like you can just fuck up your knees in so many ways.
Hurt a little bit, but anyway, I went to the doctor. I didn't have a lot of money, and the doctor was like, "Yeah, we got to get that shit out, like a laparoscopic surgery. Like it's it's an immediate need." So I just kept lifting with that for like a couple of years because I didn't want to do the recovery.
Oh, I work
In-
out too. That's mannish.
In junior high, I was doing hurdles because I was in track for a bit, and which also it sounds like I run a lot. It's very recent of doing distance stuff at all. And I was in track, and they put me in the like category where all the like slower kids went. It was like running the 800 meter. But I was trying out the hurdles, and I felt something tear in my knee, and then I just didn't go to the doctor until it felt better. But for like 2 years, if I sat like at the movie theater or like in a car for a long time, it would start to hurt really bad. And then it just kind of went away. It's not.
Now
you're not
that's
supposed to-
grizzly. That's
I guess
grizzly.
so.
That's
Yeah,
very
that's
grizzly.
Ignoring
grizzly seventh grade me.
a hospital need and just being a dickhead about it. That's grizzly.
Cool. Yeah.
Is that grizzly? I feel like that's just like stubborn at that point,
And not listening to medical professionals is the manliest thing you can
It's
do.
also grizzly to be a medical professional and not listen to women.
Yeah,
Very
Well,
common practice.
I agree with that.
What?
Sounds like you guys are on the wrong side of the table.
Beautiful and natural.
So I have a problem. Anytime I feel anything remotely off about my body, I go to urgent care. I'm so much so that the I have to go to different urgent cares because I'm embarrassed that I've been there so much.
That's insane.
Yeah, like
He's a hypochondriac.
I'm a regular at the urgent care. The doctors now see me
At all of them.
and they say you don't need that, which is insane to me.
Probably already have you logged as like because it's not just you doing that. Like there's
They
a lot of
probably think you have, like, a
hypochondriacs that
fetish.
go.
But yeah,
They probably think you're a
it's
fetishist.
funny. It's funny because like people
You think
talk,
so? Like I really get off to it?
I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need you to check my scrotum.
Yeah. Like I don't know. I just go in for blood work. You never know what could change,
people
right? You never know.
in what time
Going in for like weekly blood work.
span?
Like I've gotten my blood work, I think, done. I counted this year. I've gotten it pulled 8 times.
That's insane. Oh,
That's too much. That's way too much, dude. I haven't even had it done once. I should. Bro.
Austin.
Well, I memorized my CBC.
Wait, that's
right,
close to once a month.
Yeah, no, I've got my blood work done a shit ton, and plus
Wait.
I get
You
STD
might
tested.
have a fetish.
I don't enjoy getting.
You like
stuck.
needles. No, you like getting needled.
You
I
might.
don't.
You
I do
might.
not enjoy it. It does hurt. It does hurt, and I don't.
But it
enjoy the
hurts
pain.
so fucking good.
No, I don't.
I mean, I don't think it's a fetish, but I mean, hypochondria is a real
Enjoy
thing.
the pain, but see this vein right here? That's the vein they pull from typically.
Yeah, you have a track mark.
No,
Like
wait,
a
is that
heroin
It does look
addict.
like a track mark.
You literally have
Right now, it
track
does look like
marks.
is that what a track mark is?
Yes.
Wait,
Like-
but
like
that's
heroin
because I just
addicts.
had one done recently.
Yeah.
Oh my god, of course you did. Of course you did. I mean, if they did it right, it should go away. Usually track marks are referring to like, there's like bruises or something like.
heroin addicts
That is what a track mark is.
Wait, so we all get track marks when we get our blood taken, right?
heroin addicts get
How often
needled.
do you think everybody else gets their blood taken?
Well, I mean, once every blue moon, like once a year at least, minimum.
Probably once a year, but I don't know. That also might not be a track mark. That could just be like a. something
No, I
that
got my
happened.
blood taken.
No, it's
you have
permanent.
That's the exact spot.
I got my
That's-
blood taken 3 days ago.
Why do
then
you
that
have?
could
Why
just
do you
be
have
left
two? Why do you have
over
two
from-
track
I
marks?
think this is because somebody decided to pull blood over
I'm now concerned that it might be more than 8 times.
here.
Somebody decided. Was it a doctor?
It was a doctor, yes. It was a
Somebody
doctor.
decided to take.
No, it was. I'm going to medical professionals to get my blood taken. Okay, I get my blood taken.
When you have to say that,
Yeah, I'm
you might
going.
have a problem.
People say in America falsely that like,
God.
we can't get socialized medicine because then people will abuse the system. You literally are the first person I've ever met that would abuse that system.
Well, no, but this is my thing. The system is so fucked up that I want care, and it's difficult sometimes to get them to give it to you. I go in. I
Okay,
go in
it's
so
difficult
much-
for you because like you go too much.
I know, but I have been on the notes. I read the notes of my last
Bro.
doctor that I saw.
They
some
allow you to
orthopedic
read the
doctor.
notes?
Well, no, like then they give you notes at the end of the appointment, and I read them.
They
and
wrote,
the and
"Please
the
stop
doctor
coming
said,
here."
This doctor said, "Seek therapy." At the bottom of on the notes, seek therapy.
And
for-
did you do it?
No,
That's the.
Oh my god. Bro, that's kind of fucked up. I mean, I don't know. Maybe a doctor's right. But shit. Can't you just say that? Oppositional defiant disorder. Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
The most grisly thing you've done.
yeah, yeah.
So
I
you're a
should see therapist.
hypochondriac.
I'm a hypochondriac because I develop these things in my head that I have, and then I go get tested, and
That's
I don't
not
have them.
grizzly.
That's not get see.
No.
My
But
uncle
not
at
going
one
to
point-
therapy when somebody's urging you to go to therapy is the most manly thing that you can do.
True.
I don't need therapy.
My uncle is
There you go.
Is
You're-
so
you just-
grizzled.
Yeah.
He was chopping wood and he cut part of his.
Yeah, Keepers, you can go get your blood drawn 8 times a year, and they won't they won't charge you, right? Right? That's how socialism works.
His pinky off,
Oh my god.
and he just like wrapped it up and got gangrene, and they had to remove
The whole finger.
like this.
That's grizzly.
That's grizz.
Getting gangrene.
Getting
Getting
gangrene.
gangrene like you're a
Grizzly.
fucking getting gangrene like you're a 16th century peasant is the grisliest thing you can do.
That's
okay?
grizzly.
Like modern
no
medicine is
reason.
there specifically for that. It's like the one avenue that we've like done.
A GP has to okay it, but yeah, why stop at 8? Yeah, just keep going. Why not? I set a Guinness World Record.
Done a good job.
I
in.
think there is still a group of women that like grizzly men.
Yes.
too.
Yeah, everyone's
Most of
got
them
their own
watch
flavors.
hockey.
Yeah.
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 There's every hometown has many of those women. They're
Yeah.
still there.
The Lana Del Rey's of
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Do you
That's a
think
good
that
assessment.
population of women
True.
is diminishing.
Yes. Yes, I think the needle is moving towards Timothy Chalamet.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
I hate that.
think that the needle's
Charlemagne.
always been there, just they're being listened to more.
What? No, 70s. The Vogue was like barrel chested, furry
But
men.
that's also like what was chosen to be put in that.
True.
You know, like
An advertisement.
yeah.
All right. So
But-
you
but-
think
but-
like effeminate men have always been the meta?
Well, whatever people's tastes.
Yeah, I mean it goes in and out of fashion. Like the reason like so many, at least Americans, think of the French as being like effeminate or like wusses or whatever, submissive, is from like the I want to say like 1800s stereotype of the flaneur. It was like the hipster of history, historical hipsters, if you will. These fucking nerds. Yeah, they would like just be like academics or, you know, poets, artists, you know, all hanging out in cafes, doing their intelligent bro shit. Swag, dude. Oh my god, the swag. Ah, yes, yes. History just repeats itself. Odd to see him without his former conjoined twin.
Sorry. So I feel like even for me, like I have a very specific look that will work really well for some people and not at all for others.
Okay.
And I feel like it's
I
always
don't
kind of
believe
been that
I
way.
feel that.
I think you
It
got
is
some
no.
puppy dog
There's
eyes.
tons.
No,
There's
no,
tons
it's
of people
true.
that aren't into hairy guys.
It's
That's
true.
Yeah,
we
I'm
literally
not-
went to Japan. He knows
you
it.
go.
It's true. It's true. I don't like facial hair. I don't. Like a little bit, like Hassan has. Fine, cool. I'm not. How am I supposed to kiss you with a mustache like this? Literally, how? How? You're just gonna eviscerate my skin every time? Like, I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
We went to
I'm not into
Japan.
hairy guys.
There you go.
No.
We went to Japan and like and
I think you're
they-
beautiful.
Thank you.
I think you're beautiful.
I can still be beautiful and you
No,
don't
you're
have to wanna have
gorgeous.
sex
Like I
with
love
me.
your mustache. So
What's going
part
on
of me wants
today?
to take it for a ride, but I don't. But because that's
no.
not my thing.
This is supposed to be a man episode, and you keep fucking cutting me off like I'm
Sorry,
cutie
sorry,
Cinderella.
Grizzly.
Sorry, go
God
ahead.
damn it!
Hassan had a point.
No, the point was that we went to Japan and found out that they do not like hairy guys at all. That was a wonderful moment for you, where famous
Humbling for Hassan.
I like-
former adult star.
I like hair on men in specific places. Under the arms, perfectly fine. Love it. In fact, I prefer it. Right?
Yeah, you have an armpit fetish.
I don't have an armpit fetish.
Oh my god.
What's up with gay guys and armpit fetishes?
I don't know what it is, but like underarms on men is just it makes me go so feral. I don't know why.
That's
I
just don't understand.
I used to think armpits hair was disgusting. I used to be repulsed by it, but for some reason,
I really don't think about it like pretty much at all. I just don't think about it either way.
as I've gotten older, it becomes like a thing.
Vaccines?
Maybe.
Well, also when you were younger,
We don't need to wade into that whole mess.
it was like an older dude, but now then you're matching ages and that could, you know.
No, but like,
Oh no! Don't say that. How old do you think Austin is, Eddie?
don't you dare. No, Eddie, you know what? Let's skip this part.
No,
I'm
let's go
okay.
ahead.
No, Eddie, my day's been going really well, and I don't think I need this.
Eddie, how old do you think Austin
no,
is?
I don't. I
Just-
don't. Need
just-
it. No, I don't need it.
19 years old.
Thank you so much. We're so close.
Yeah,
So sweet. He's such a sweetie pie.
Eddie, I'm 22.
so close.
Eddie, I'm 22.
He's yeah. That's very nice of you to say that.
Thank you, Eddie.
22 plus 10.
No, I'm not 32. He's
No.
he's 32.
I am 32.
Yeah.
Because I'm not embarrassed by my age.
Well, look, some of us
Like,
you know what?
some
You know what?
people are.
You know what? You know what? Will is totally correct about this. He told me this. His wisdom. Actually, Hassan and Will both told me this. That like I need to stop giving a shit about that.
Yeah.
And I've stopped giving a shit about it.
Yeah.
Okay,
28
tell us your birthday
Sure. Cap.
right now.
No, I don't advertise my birthday.
You said, wait.
I don't advertise my birthday.
Oh, how old are you right now?
I'm 28
Sure.
years old. It's
That's
true.
not
He's laughing because
Not a day over
he's
25.
insecure about his age.
No, I'm not. I just told you
So-
how old I am.
No, but what were we talking about before age?
Well,
Yeah,
I'll
let's
say
move.
with an age thing. Do you remember? I remembered like maybe a day and a half later, and I didn't even drink that much at Will's birthday. What I did the age thing to you, I forgot for like a day and a half. You and Connor were having a conversation like off to the left, and I just heard like a little bit him ask you your age, and all I did was lean in and go, "Damn." After you said it, and went right back to my conversation. It's
fucked up, Eddie.
Yeah.
A day later, I was like, "Oh, that was kind of
That's so mean.
me." I hope he knows I was joking.
Wait,
No, I was fucked
Eddie,
up.
you-
I'm also 26 and I look like I'm 45.
No,
so.
but it's a perception. I think as we get
It's the
older,
mustache.
yeah, if I shaved, I'd look younger, but I also look worse. So
I've
just
got
pick and choose.
no, you don't. I've got an age theory. We perceive everybody else's age around us based on our own personal perception of ourselves. So you guys, if you are, what you think this is ridiculous? I'm about to blow
No.
your mind. Okay.
What? No. I'm just mad that like my fucking government-sponsored communist California Nest thermostat automatically goes into eco mode, even though I fucking take it off eco mode all the time deliberately because they want us to fucking die in the heat. Okay.
Or you want the rest of us to die while you are in your nice AC. Huh? Okay, what? You hate the environment? What? You want to destroy it? Okay, fine. Leftist.
Sick and tired of this commie bullshit.
I'm kidding. And probably.
Fuck. All right, go ahead.
Well,
I just
anyway,
turned on the
so
AC.
if you are of an older age, you will perceive folks your own age probably older because your perception of yourself is that you are younger. We don't perceive ourselves to be as old as we are.
Yeah.
So typically, people in your age range, so you being 26, you will look at another 26-year-old perhaps that looks 26 and think that they're probably 28 because you yourself don't perceive yourself to be 26.
That's interesting because I think I perceive the people my age as my age.
No,
I
I
them as
don't think that
younger.
that's true.
That might.
That's an interesting theory. I'm not really sure what he's cooking up here. I'm not sure I understand. Love the environment. I just love it much, much more when I'm frosty and relaxed.
That might be a you thing if you're.
I disagree with
I've never met someone that was like my age where I perceived them to be older.
I disagree with all your lived experiences.
yeah.
Okay.
Everybody around you that's your age is older than you. Is what you're saying? In your
Yes. No. Okay,
Now this is starting to make
it's
sense
just,
to me.
It's just how people judge. How people judge. You know what? Forget it.
I know. I actually.
I love when you explain stuff.
I get what he's saying.
No, keep going.
I get what he's saying
Thank you,
because a lot of the guys from my college class look like dog shit.
Yeah.
They look like shit.
I don't even. I guess you're right about that. I wasn't even thinking about that though. I was thinking
No.
about people I play basketball with that like sometimes are my age.
I'm just saying when people guess my age, well, if people ask how old I look, maybe when they tend to be younger than I am, they drag me closer to their age, and if they're older, I get dragged up. Typically, that's just my personal lived experience. But whatever, maybe.
No, that makes sense.
no.
I thought you meant just all the time you're thinking of people around you. Whatever, I'll drop it too.
Look, I have no problem with my age. I'm very proud of it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what's your birthday?
It's beautiful and it's natural.
November 24th, 1998.
That would make.
I'm vampire. Everyone around him is not older. There's spare years of food. Oh my god. Oh no.
You 2 years and
Like an incubus for time.
4 days younger than me.
No. Sorry, I messed up. 94. 94.
It's so funny because like you're still lying about your age,
No, I'm not.
but I know what your birthday is, Austin. But it's funny because like this is now on the record. So like what next year or 2 years down the line, you're still gonna be an age that you don't want to be at.
No, I'm fine with my age.
Oh, okay.
Fine with it.
Which is 24.
No, I'm not 24.
25.
28. 28. I would never want to be.
28. Just misspoke.
If I showed you a picture of me at
exact
24,
birthday.
you'd be like, it's better now. Let's move on to something else. Move on to something else.
You do have much better style now.
Yeah, and much better style, much more muscle.
You look good.
Everything's better. No,
You
I'm
look
happy
great.
with how I look.
You look
kidding me?
great.
I'm confident. I love that. I post in thirst traps. People, it's sexy.
Where did you post that photo from?
On Instagram. How'd you get that photo today? Did people just send you shirtless pictures of me?
Just like fishing for like clips and tags. Oh my god.
Wait, you weren't talking about the photo that I released today? What are you talking about?
Sorry, released. Just you
Released.
posted on
Did you
Instagram.
post it?
Yeah, I posted a story today with my
It was
arm
a
up.
story, and you said released.
Where did I
It
get
was
it
an
from?
It's like a press
I
briefing.
saw your story and I
Oh.
said, "Where are you?"
You responded to it?
Yes.
Oh, I couldn't see. I didn't see that message.
Griefing.
You're on another level.
Big time.
Right
I
now.
just didn't see.
You
your
just like
message.
you post, because you post like the shirtless photo, and his eyes automatically filter anyone that he's like.
Capitalism, but with hours instead of dollars. God. Oh, I hate that even more.
Like anyone that's not a fucking twink, like a nubile twink.
You know what a twink is?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you been to gay bars?
I have not, but also I've been meaning to with Chrissy and some friends as well.
You should. You need to field test that mustache.
Well, the thing is, also the reason I've been apprehensive to it is I know
What does
my
that
look
mean?
would do well, and
Oh,
I also
yeah.
don't want to be.
You don't want to give him hope.
That's the thing.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, you're so hot, you stud." And
Yeah,
you're like,
like I
"No."
wear my ring right here, and I've been tapped before asking if I was married. You know the whole thing, and I don't. It feels extra straight to be like, oh no, my girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like
you don't
it
need to
feels
tell people
weird.
that. Just I mean, don't like queer bait, but just live and exist. It's
Yeah, but also she'd be like right
It
next
feels-
to me.
that's
so-
okay.
Just wear a sandwich sign that's like, I'm straight.
The first time you go to a gay bar, it
I'll
feels
take it.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I'll have you know. You go there, you're like, oh my God, I'm the belle of the fucking ball, baby. What
so
the
you're going
fuck?
specifically to.
Well, then,
That used to be my strap.
yeah, when you
I'd hit
Okay, Hasana, I'll buy. I see you.
After a while-
crazy gains in West Hollywood. You know what I mean?
after a while though, it just
Yeah, then you learn to hate gay people.
Also,
Like
the,
him.
no,
it gets a little
no.
harassing.
Yeah.
The other
And
thing
you're
I
like,
would say is
no.
this: you never have to look for a spot in a gay gym, right? In a straight gym, you ask a guy for a spot, he's like,
I'm not going to gym, so this also isn't a problem. That I'm
He just
doing.
walks.
I walk.
just
and I
walk.
run.
But in gay bar gyms, what happens? Gay bar gyms.
Gay bar
Gay
gym.
bar
Gay
gyms.
bar gym.
Gay
Gay gyms,
bar
they're right.
gyms.
Oh yeah.
I think
right.
he just invented something. Now we're fucking talking. Gay bar gym. Genius. Take that to Shark Tank.
Gay gyms are way gayer than the bars, to be fair. So
Gay gyms. Wait, is there like a dedicated gay gym in West Hollywood?
there
Equinox
was
was Hollywood.
Gone.
Well,
Really?
the one he used to go to was the gayest
Was the
one.
gay.
But Equinox
Really?
West Hollywood is also very
it was
gay.
it was awesome.
They literally have a sign in the sauna that says "Do not fuck in the sauna," like an
Really?
official placard.
Dude.
Like not even like they printed it out, like an actual metal placard that has rules explicitly stating you can't fuck in the
Is
sauna.
it
Go ahead.
Just
What are
that
you
you
gonna
want to
say?
do that? Is it?
Yes,
I had a dream.
you're who the sign is for.
I had a dream. I really want to have sex
Of
in a
course.
sauna, just sweaty, but like shower before because it's kind of gross if you're like sweating all throughout the day. But like just exclusively sweating in that moment from
Yes.
shower to sauna.
Yes.
Have really great sex in a sauna. Is that a gay thing or is that just like a?
No,
That
that's
seems
just
like a norm-
that's just.
But also,
I mean,
I
it
feel
could be
like
cool. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like
I feel like it could be nice, but also you risk like dehydration and passing out. What's points of interest in maths?
breathing in that. I just feel like it would be cool for like a moment, and then there's like a sauna. I'm not trying to do like activities in. You know, that's
You're a
where I'm like
little
laid
neurotic.
out. You think?
You're a little neurotic, aren't you?
I think normally, my brain jumps to what I won't enjoy sometimes. But also, I think that has helped me make jokes better. So sometimes that
Okay.
helps me.
Okay.
Bit of a Larry David brain sometimes.
I like that. I like what you said. I vibe with that. Overrated having sex in a hot tub or a pool.
No, I agree with. Well, I think having
Sucks.
sex in a body of water is not great.
Yeah, it's not good.
I
Yeah, sex in water is not great. Not great. Unless you have a lot of like oil-based lube.
Pool, I disagree with fully.
Really?
Fully.
Tell us why.
West Hollywood location, I think they closed it down is what they said, but I'm not sure.
I've fucked in a pool and it was fantastic.
But you can't feel as much
It would be in WeHo. I think that is right.
underwater.
It's not about the feeling; it's about the event.
Like
It's
we're
about
fucking
it's
in the
about-
pool.
Yeah.
I've done
also,
it.
for people that can't see under the table, when Austin said can't feel as much, he went like this, where his dick was. Just so
Did I? Did I really?
I just saw you go. You can't feel as much.
That was involuntary.
It was peripheral, but it was so noticeable.
It's the boys episode, baby.
Just,
I just don't.
You just can't feel
I
as
didn't.
much.
Did
Boys
I finish? I don't
episode.
even
No,
remember.
sex in a pool is kind of magical.
You would know, not me.
Sex in a pool is kind of magical.
Yeah. Okay.
Like late night, only lights of the pool.
Yeah.
Everything's underlit. Everybody looks great when they're underlit.
How about
let's be
fucking
honest.
on the side of the pool?
No.
So,
awful.
done that too.
terrible.
I grew up with an above ground
Hard.
pool, so that
Hard.
image is not
Oh
a
my
sexy
God.
one. The side of an above
That's
ground
white trash
pool.
bingo right
Oh
there,
my
baby.
god, an above ground pool.
Yeah,
Wait, where
man.
did you grow up?
Suburbs of
Classic.
Chicago.
Okay.
You could break an above ground pool if you fucking it right.
That's certainly coming back. I'm stretching back. Good luck, soldier.
And
That's
then you're
true.
just both flowing
It wasn't-
out into the lawn.
It wasn't like one of the blow up ones, but it was still, it was.
Yeah, no, that's
still had a
still
pool,
not
so-
fancy.
Yeah.
Actually, the fact that it's not a blow up one makes it less fancy, I think.
Also, there is no cooler feeling than
Than having an above ground pool.
than Aquamanning.
Okay.
Eating pussy underwater? Come on.
I mean,
Chlorine. Wait, hold on.
I'm sorry, what? Will is fucking on another level. I swear to God. Eating pussy underwater. My man, how? Literally, how? What?
Neurotic. Neurotic.
I have eaten pussy on the side of a pool where I like have picked her up and then eaten her pussy on the fucking side.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
I don't like.
Shut up, gay man.
I don't like
Austin.
the in under the water
That makes
situation.
more sense.
The coolest. Because in your mind you're like, oh, dude, I'm gonna show her how long I can hold my breath for. Because that's like primal.
Oh my god. Is that it?
That's like
That
a
goes back-
12-year-old boy's
Exactly.
brain.
That goes way back. And then you're also using like the bubbles to percolate and stimulate.
God damn.
Oh my god, same brain cell. Keepers, you said that at the same time Will did. Whoa.
Damn, you've really thought through this.
Oh,
Really have
I've
been-
eaten a lot of pussy underwater.
But I feel like it would feel like I'm being
What
waterboarded.
fucking situations are you in? Where you're-
No,
Pretty much anytime I'm in water, man.
Is there a pool? Wait, where are these pools?
I'm talking about 34 years of life experience.
What is it like? You're like Houdini. You have to make her come before you.
Yes.
Before
Are these
you.
in public?
Without
before
taking
you
a breath.
breathe?
Yeah, that's.
This is dangerous. Do not try this at home.
Taking a breath.
That's hype, dude.
That's awesome.
When she's a little alarmed, you might fucking die.
Yeah.
It gets her red hot, dude.
But that could backfire. Though.
Stress levels hot.
I was gonna say that could backfire.
Yeah, you could die.
yeah, you could die. That could backfire in
But
the sense
dude,
that you
talk
die.
about a hype way to go.
Yeah, eating pussy underwater.
Michael
Eating pussy
Douglas.
underwater.
Crazy.
Is this what we are collectively? Yeah. Yeah.
What a
on,
crazy
put that on
funeral.
my headstone.
How are you even sat at that funeral?
Now you're not. You're high fiving. Everybody's shoulder is
That's
exhausted.
right. Yeah, absolutely.
How Will
Come on,
die?
right up here.
Dude, how do you think? Fucking.
I mean,
I
yeah.
did not think that like the cutie list boys only episode was gonna get there.
I'm
but it
surprised
got
that
there.
I had to
I'm
get it
the
over the finish line.
inspiration for this.
I'll be honest, gentlemen. After that, I kind of want to eat some pussy.
Yeah. Come on.
Things have changed.
Put me in the mood. Hey, what do you say we all go out and eat some pussy together, boys?
What's some rowdy ass shit you do? Come on, let's get into it.
I'm not a
You
person that
ever
would
just
talk.
do cocaine and fight someone? And
No,
then
never
fuck
done
'em?
cocaine.
Yeah.
We could have been anything. Why this? What do you mean? This is wonderful. This is peak humanity, actually.
You ever just go to a gay beat up club?
Yeah. A
beat
gay
'em up.
beat up club. That's awesome.
That's a real thing.
That's
He's not even
real.
joking.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah.
Dudes beat the shit out of each other and they fuck, man.
A fight club, but gay? Let's fucking go.
That's awesome.
If I was gay, that'd be day one for me.
There's
It's
no
just Fight Club.
there's
but
no
then-
That's
twinks.
cool.
It's Fight
I
Club,
like
but
that.
the loser's the bottom.
There's no twinks at that
Whoa.
club.
Yeah.
There's no twinks.
No.
But it's
Burger
not.
Boys.
That's a
What
twinkless
he's talking
club.
about is not
There
like
probably are.
upscale shit. It's like if you're living in like Duluth.
I didn't think that was gonna be upscale shit.
Yeah, no, it's like it's like
a fucking
trucker,
death
it's like
match.
trucker bar style shit. Like you're living in fucking Duluth.
I'll be back. In the
Your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready.
ready.
I will eat your ass. I will. Your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. My children aren't going hungry. I'll do it. I'll drink your blood. And I'm starting to think about having to eat my neighbors. You think I like sizing up? I'm gonna haul him up by chain. Chop his ass up, size it up. I'm gonna haul him up by chain. Chop, 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 chop. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. I'll barbecue your ass flat. I will cook your ass up so fast, and I'll tell them, "Oh, I killed a cow out back, baby." You think Christ would eat somebody? He would never do that. I will. I'm ready to hang them up, gut them and skin them and chop them up. You know what? I'm ready. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat your ass. I will eat your leftist ass like corn on the cob. I'm ready. I will eat you. I will eat your ass. That's why I want the globalists to know. I will eat your ass first. I swear to God, if it's the last thing I do, I'm gonna get my hands around your throat.
You guys, my dad literally just got punched in the face for being a Trump supporter. Like, that was it. Just for being a Trump supporter. And I do it again. Bop, bop. And I do it again. Bop, bop, bop. Do it again. Bop, bop, bop. Do it again. Bop, bop, bop. I do it again. Hold up. Bop, bop, bop. Do it. Bop, bop. Do it again. Bop, bop, bop. Do it. Bop, bop. Do it again. Hold up. Bop, bop, bop. Do it. Bop, bop. Do it again. Bop, bop, bop. Do it. Bop, bop. And I do it again. Guys, my dad literally just got punched in the face for being a Trump supporter. Like, that was it. And I do it again. Hold up. Bop, bop, bop. Do it. Bop, bop. Do it again. Bop, bop, bop. Do it. Bop, bop. Do it again. Hold up. Bop, bop, bop. Do it. Bop, bop. Do it again. Bop, bop, bop. Do it. Bop, bop. And I do it again. Hold up. Bop, bop. And I do it again. Bop, bop, bop. Do it again. Bop, bop, bop. Do it again. Bop, bop, bop. Do it again. Hold up. Bop, bop, bop. Do it. Bop, bop. Do it again. Bop, bop, bop. Do it. Bop, bop. And I do it again.
I'm Marquise. It's you, boy.
And I do it again.
Tonight, we come here to answer a very important question in everybody's mind. Why in the hell are we still doing this? I know there are questions about whether we should gather here tonight because of COVID. Well, they're fully vaccinated and boosted. Vaxxed and boosted. Vaxxed and boosted. How to do that? Just contact your favorite Fox News reporter. Here, Vaxxed. This is the first time the president attended this dinner in 6 years. It's understandable. We had a horrible plague, followed by 2 years of COVID. Just imagine if my predecessor came to this dinner this year. Now that would really have been a real coup if that occurred. I'm not really here to roast the GOP. A lot of people say the Republican Party is too extreme, too divisive, too controlled by one person. Ronald Reagan said, Mr. Gorbachev, tear this wall down. Today's Republicans say, tear down Mickey Mouse's house. The Republicans seem to support one fella, some guy named Brandon. He's having a really good year. I'm kind of happy for him. They're fully vaccinated and boosted. Vaxxed and boosted. Vaxxed and boosted. How to do that? Just contact your favorite Fox News reporter. We're all here. Vaxxed and boosted. Fox News, I'm really sorry. Well, why? Your preferred candidate lost the last election. To make it up to you, I'm happy to give my chief of staff to you all so we can tell Sean Hannity what to say every day. Trevor's great. When I was elected, he did the show and he called me America's new dad. Let me tell you something, pal. I'm flattered anybody would call me a new anything. You're my guy. You've heard me say many times that here in America, good journalism, good satire about our leaders is quintessentially an American thing. There's not a damn thing this country can do when we stand united and do it together. They're fully vaccinated and boosted. Vaxxed and boosted. Vaxxed and boosted. How to do that? Just contact your favorite Fox News reporter. We're all here. Vaxxed and boosted.
By the way, if you're in America, you should get your updated vaccine. It is very important going into the fall. You don't want to get it or spread it. Easy as. CVS and Walgreens, I know, are scheduling. You may have to wait a couple of weeks until it's delivered.
And that's like the only gay bar.
So is it known? Like, what if you walked in there and you're just trying to get a drink and you can just get your ass kicked?
Well, not everyone fights, man.
Everybody fights.
Well, does everybody
It's
fight?
like an organized event.
You walk in and you just get decked.
Like a wrestling fantasy of like two men, like we're gonna pit against each other, and then we're gonna get in each other.
Oof.
Yes,
I did kind of like that. Can we,
boys?
Do you guys want to go to a gay fuck fight club?
Only if you fight and fuck.
I'm gonna fight and fuck. I'm gonna fight.
I
and
would
fuck.
be, dude. If you go to a gay fucking fight club, I'll be there with pom poms.
Would you be
rooting
rooting me
you
on?
on?
Okay, to be
But
fair,
you might get made a bottom.
no. The problem is he would want to.
Yeah,
he would want to fight like the tiniest twink.
You
He would
fight
kill him.
100-pound dude. You're like, you.
Yeah, no, I think I would.
Yeah, he comes out. He's like, "Oh no, not Martinez," and he's just so fucking good. He just knows kung fu. He beats the shit out of Austin. He's like, "You're the one
That would be funny.
bottoming now, bitch."
Throw the damn cow.
Oh
Dude,
man.
Dude, I'm learning so much this
And
podcast.
that's
Yeah, I
how
didn't know
Austin
about
bought him for the first time.
I'm not bottoming.
What's some manly shit you want to do, Eddie?
You asked me that, but that
I know,
wanted
and you
it.
didn't give me an answer. You said you go for walks, motherfucker. Help me.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Come on. You want
I go for walks like an old man. What do you mean? That's not a great conversation topic?
to kill something?
Yeah.
I would like to. I always want a cabin, and I want to be able to chop wood and make a fire.
Yeah!
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Very
Do you have an
manly.
axe?
I have a fake one, unfortunately.
Shit!
Maybe
I have
like
multiple katanas.
it sounds like good exercise too, like in a fun way.
Have
It
you ever
sounds like a
chopped
nice
wood before?
peaceful thing.
Yeah.
I've done it when I was younger, when I went camping a lot, but
Not as
never as
easy
a
as you
grown
think.
man.
I'm getting you an axe.
That'd be
Do
great.
you know I have an axe at my apartment?
No, I didn't know that. I have an axe in my apartment
Is
too,
that
but
your
it's not like a
self-defense
legit
item?
one.
I
He has
I
multiple.
have so many crazy weird weapons.
An interesting thing to list. Like, that's like saying, like, I have a shovel. Like, okay.
At my
It's
place.
so crazy because I feel like you will defend yourself,
Yeah.
but you'll kill them in the most sadistic way possible.
Absolutely.
Like you will strip them and skin them alive.
Yes.
For Christmas, like 2 years ago, Chrissy got me not like a replica God of War axe like that, but one that somebody made on Etsy where it's like a regular axe that's designed like that.
Oh, that's
And
sick.
My thought was, now
Oh, a God of War axe. I missed that part. Okay, that's different. I think I've seen
it's
that.
my
Wait.
self-defense thing, because if anybody saw a guy in the dark with an axe,
Yeah.
like
Especially you. You look kind of like
Yeah,
you look like
you
the
could
I,
use
part.
look, I do something crazy with it, but
Yeah.
I feel like
Okay, so it's just like a big axe. A big fancy axe.
the thought of somebody wielding an axe against you is way scarier than even a gun, because
Yeah.
you're like, this is just gonna
True.
fuck me up.
Or this person is just like crazy. Like, this is a crazed person coming at me right now.
In a
Yeah.
really weird way.
Yeah.
Have you chopped anything with that axe?
No, I live in an apartment, so
Wait,
there's
what?
not.
So what? You haven't? I
Chop
lived in an
something,
apartment.
Eddie?
When I got a katana, first thing I
Yeah.
did was chop a
Chop
fucking
something.
banana tree. First thing I did.
I can't. Especially like I don't know my area. There's just like there's not a spot for me where there's not a bunch of people.
just like throw a fruit and then like try to chop it.
Impose your
Actually,
will.
it's
Go
very
to a
dangerous. You
public
gotta
dog
watch your
park
feet.
and just start chopping something.
You know, it'd be a great self-defense
Okay,
weapon?
no. Actually, I feel like that's the quickest way to get arrested.
Yeah.
There's an axe murder on the loose at the park.
I'd be on one of the like neighborhood apps immediately if
Yeah.
they're man wielding.
Scary man with big mustache.
I have like a 25-pound mace. Sometimes I walk to the dog park with it.
Oh, just
while
to
I'm
just
walking my
hold it.
dog.
and nobody gives you a look or.
No, because I have a very
Because
tiny
the
Just
dog
for
is
fun?
really like it,
Yeah.
it balances it out.
Ah, okay. So
Like-
it's like
Oh,
it
that's
looks like you're trying to
interesting.
protect the dog.
The
rather than do
mace,
something.
just a
the mace is
workout
the
mace.
size of the dog.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah.
I was gonna say self-defense weapon would be like a chainsaw.
Oh,
Like, could you imagine
No,
breaking
I have
somebody's
they
always
house?
wanted
break.
to own. I've always wanted to own a chainsaw.
They break too much, and it's hard to like start it.
Have you ever used a chainsaw?
No,
I've never felt so alive.
it sounds good. It sounds fun just to like break shit. But
I don't. That's a very manly thing. It's just I love cutting stuff and breaking stuff.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
Wait, I feel like we're
Okay.
reclaiming our testosterone.
Is
right now,
that-
boys. This
yeah.
is
Finally,
healthy.
now the cuties.
Is that really like a manly thing? I always liked breaking things. I think it's fun too. I don't know. It's kind of fun just to smash shit. I don't know. Maybe it's not for everyone, but I remember smashing my first Walkman. I had so much fun.
Gone. Jesus Christ.
this is what people are looking.
It's really funny because from after the Tana episode, like all of the girlies that are coming back are gonna be like, "This is the most disgusting thing." This is like, we have become the meme that I always make fun of, like the straight guys doing a podcast.
Is
Yeah,
pussy
man.
in the pool overrated?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would you. Okay, let's balance it out. Would you suck dick in a pool?
Would I? Just like, what's the
I mean,
scenario?
it's not my preference.
Like,
Okay,
is there
maybe-
a gun
maybe
to my
this-
head? What's happening?
Maybe this wasn't.
Cheating on my girlfriend.
Maybe this wasn't this was the manly podcast, which I thought, what's more manly than sucking a dick in a pool?
So true.
Yeah, if you're gay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, gentlemen. I
No,
thought
it
that
works.
maybe
Like
that was-
if you talked about it too, but you posed the question to us.
I was just trying to balance
You
it
said
out.
it like a threat.
it was,
But
the
it was
way
like
asked.
unassuming.
Okay, fine. Gun
I thought he was asking like himself, but like aloud.
to your head.
Austin.
Would you do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna die if I don't.
Yeah.
I would like to not
But
die.
there are
Awesome. I'd suck the shit out of that.
Really?
But I wouldn't do a good job.
Okay, but here's the
Gun
deal.
to my head, I'm doing a bad
Because
job.
you're so upset that there's a gun to your head.
I take pride in it.
Look,
You wouldn't.
Yeah,
If I
you
have to
You
do
give
it,
sloppy
Take
toppy.
pride. Oh my god.
This really
No,
is that
no.
meme that you're talking about.
You're just sucking dick for an
It's
hour
fine.
if you
I'm gonna rake it with my teeth. I'm gonna be like, oh,
He's never gonna come.
Don't matter.
I'm gonna be on that dick for an hour.
Doesn't matter.
I'm gonna be out in
I feel like that gets you shot too.
5 minutes because I'm just gonna be.
No,
I feel like you do really good.
I think I'm in the war of
This-
attrition in
This
that
is
situation.
the most.
A good way to get amoebic dysentery. I'm sorry. What's that? I don't know if I want to know.
Like just 4 dudes hanging out. Like what would force you to suck a dick is like the oldest fucking sleepover conversation I've
Well,
ever
I told you, I've told this, I've said this before, but my first journey, part of my journey of coming out was I would, everybody be like,
you've
would you
ever
suck a
had.
dick for X amount of dollars? My first like testing the waters is I reduced the price at which I would do it.
reduce the price between somebody asking you or
No,
while
like,
you were answering?
no, just like slow. No, like over time they would ask me like, oh, would you suck a dick for money? And first I'm like, oh yeah, $10,000, and then it like slowly got down to like 100,
$150.
yeah, like 50. I was like, and then it got down to like, I'd try it.
a please would
You know what I mean? I probably wouldn't enjoy it, but I'd try it. I wouldn't charge him. You know what I mean? So slowly but surely I
Gift
got down.
certificate to Starbucks, bro.
Yeah, so that was my first like sort of getting my toes in.
Now he's trying to bring
Coming
it
out.
back up, and it's like not working.
Yeah,
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
No, I don't.
a couple weeks back when we tried to
I am
make
becoming
money.
more selfish, a little bit.
Oh really?
Yeah, because I've noticed that like, you know what? I shouldn't say
He's always been a selfish chap.
this out
Say
loud.
it.
All right, fuck it. I just don't think that like, look, I will.
You're gonna say bottoms don't
No,
want
this
you
is
to
a
be.
paywall thing. This is a paywall.
Oh, all right.
Behind the
Well,
paywall. This is
behind the
paywall, man.
paywall. Actually, what a perfect time for you to say that because we are at an hour.
Oh wow, perfect.
Right.
Great.
Easy.
Everybody, our guest has been Eddy Burback. Before we go to the paywall, please check out his content. He's one of my favorite YouTubers, and he makes incredible stuff.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Real.
That was
True.
a really fast hour. I actually didn't. I was surprised when
Yeah.
you said that.
We watched his Margaritaville thing. The man is dedicated to his craft.
Yeah, that's what happens when you talk about manly shit. Hell yeah. Eddie's the funniest person to have like the manly episode. Over.
We're gonna behind the paywall. We're gonna go drink beer and eat pussy.
That's right.
Yeah,
And
hell
he's
yeah.
gonna split his first piece of wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how the chatter came in the beginning saying like, oh, the amount of soy in that room is unprecedented. It's setting a record. When like they just talked about like eating pussy for like half an hour. Like, okay.
Underwater, baby. Let's go. See you
That's
there.
right. See you guys.
Patreon.com/fear&.
Here I am, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Look at his little boots.
These fucking idiots.
Okay, the paywall portion's better than the regular
Oh,
portion.
The fucking
on
idiots.
YouTube.
The fucking idiots thought that
What am I looking at?
like, oh, it was fine in the Netherlands. It's fine in Canada. And then they came to Philadelphia and they beat the fuck out of our quarters. They were throwing car batteries at it.
That fucking look at that robot's fucking shoes.
Dude.
That's a queer robot. Beat it to death.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude.
Oh, my stomach hurts.
It's got little children's boots on, and they beat
Yeah,
it.
it's like a child.
Wait, I think there's a video of them beating it
Jesus.
to death.
Lowball them. Keep your money, yeah. The way. That was good. That was good. Oh no. That's not what I meant to do. Stop it. You stop it. Okay, we're gonna do Dark History. Killer pesticides, human rights violations, and forbidden fruit. Dark history of the Chicano movement.
In the 70s, just saying the word boycott could land you in prison for 6 months. Yes, no lie. For decades, the workers who picked the produce Americans lived on didn't have basic human rights. I'm talking about the right to take, I don't know, a break, maybe to have some water, or even use the freaking bathroom, huh? Anytime these workers spoke up and maybe just demanded some rights, they would be punished or replaced. It wasn't until 2 great civil rights leaders unified the workers that they realized just how much power they had. This led to one of the greatest fights for civil rights in US history. Today, we are talking about the Chicano movement.
Dude, this season is so fucking stacked. I'm really loving the direction Dark History is going in. Although,
Hi,
like,
friends.
I do wish that she went deeper on everything, but it is like so much research.
Wonderful day today. My name is Bailey Sarian, and I'd like to welcome you to my podcast, Dark History. Here, we believe that like history doesn't have to be boring. I mean, yes, it might be tragic. Usually it is. I mean, sometimes it's even happy. But either way, it's our dark history, baby. So look, all you have to do, sit back, relax, and let me tell you some hot, juicy history goss, okay? When you're out driving, when you start seeing like all these streets that are named after tons of different people. There's one like Martin Luther King, JFK, Lincoln. There's a million Washington things because everyone loves that guy, right? So many Washingtons. For me, growing up in Southern California, I would see like this name over and over and over again. And I never really knew who it was because I didn't learn about it. And that name was Cesar Chavez. Now, all the other names I had recognized, right?
Oh no. Come on, Bailey. Come on. Chavez.
Right? But not so much this one growing up. So I was like, let's get into it, right? So Cesar was a Mexican-American labor and civil rights activist, and he helped build like one of the greatest political movements the United States has ever seen. No lie. It's something called the Chicano movement. And working right next to him was another icon in American history. Her name is Dolores Huerta. And Dolores and Cesar are considered American heroes, as they should be. Oh my God. And honestly, I don't remember being taught really any Mexican-American history for that matter. It just feels like a huge blind spot because so much happened during this time. This movement crosses paths with so many dark moments in American history, talking about like the Great Depression, World War II, the Zoot Suit riots, and the Vietnam War. It went through it all. So in order to understand the Chicano movement, we need to understand what the term Chicano means because it has so many different meanings. It's got a pretty complicated history, but essentially the term comes from Mexico, specifically the indigenous cultures from countries like Costa Rica, Guatemala, Belize, El Salvador, as well as some other countries. So Chicano is a term used to refer to people with indigenous roots, and the term was actually slang and even an insult. Even though native cultures were here in America first, they were seen as less American in the 20th century, around the 1920s and the 30s. Chicanos, they started to take the term back and make it like a symbol of pride. But once the Great Depression hit in California in like early 1930s, things were about to get just real bad for them. This is because the United States ordered the deportation of 2 million people of Mexican descent. They claimed the country couldn't take the economic demand during the Depression. In other words, they wanted the limited resources they had, like food, water, and farm jobs, to go to the white Americans. Here's the even more insane part. There are over 1.2 million people who were deported back to Mexico were US citizens. Yeah, we're making big sense, right? So imagine you're just walking around like minding your own business, then somebody freaking snatches you up and deports you to a country that you've never even lived in. Boo! Deporting US citizens was illegal, but to the local governments and officials in charge, you know how it goes. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, and I mean, people are like deported to Mexico now, as far as I know, but the majority of people who were stopped at the border are U.S. citizens.
Shit, it didn't matter. They were like, no one's gonna call us on this. They knew they were in charge. Keep in mind, during this time, America was experiencing a huge boom in immigration from Europe, and most of those immigrants were able to stay in the United States during the Depression. But if you existed in lower income communities of color, it doesn't matter where you were born. If you were in the wrong place during this time, your ass is grass, man. So the government deported 2 million Mexicans in America. And it wasn't until after the Great Depression that people of Mexican descent were allowed to come back into America to work. Yeah, talk about a toxic relationship. You have to leave, but when I want you or need you, you have to come back. Okay, but then you're gonna leave again because I don't want you here. Don't leave your toothbrush, but I'm gonna need you to come back, okay? That's pretty much that relationship. But when they did get here, it was like the job options for them were slim to none. Pretty much the only jobs they could get were doing...
Yeah, like, Big Ag could not function without migrant labor. It just would fall apart.
...in manual labor. And they would be working on farms, looking after cattle, working in mines, or even chopping down trees. These jobs left many of them living way below the national poverty level, and like so many people began to equate being poor with being Chicano, and then all the stereotypes that came along with that. And at that time, I mean, it just felt hopeless. Like there was no way they could get ahead in life. It wasn't until one man decided to use his voice for the voiceless that some real change started to happen for the community. This is when we meet Cesar Chavez. As many of us are birthed, it usually starts with our parents. So we're gonna start with Cesar's dad. Weird way to get there, Bailey, but I got there. His name was Librado Chavez, and he was the son of Mexican immigrants. He and his wife, Juana, settled in Yuma, Arizona in the early 1900s with their 6 kids. Librado was known as a really hardworking and successful person. He ran a general store. He cared for his family's farm in Yuma, and he was even a postmaster. I know, damn daddy, he was doing a lot. Most people only had just one of these like 3 jobs he had. So you could say Librado was doing well for himself. Everything he did was for the sake of his family, and he wanted to change their future. Because his family, like so many other immigrant families in the area, they had lived in poverty and didn't want that for his own children. Since the Chavez family had roots in Mexico, they were known as Chicanos, which meant right from the start, they were treated a little differently in society. I mean, in America at this time, if you didn't fit into that mold of a European Christian American, then you were treated not so great. People are just rude little assholes. Very unchristian-like is what I would say. But what do I know? So one day, Librado struck up a deal with his white, wealthy neighbor. So if Librado and his family cleared 80 acres of the farmland that they had lived on, the neighbor would sign over a big part of his land to the Chavez family, which is like a great deal, right? You're like, oh my God, fuck yeah, I'm in. I mean, on top of that, he was even gonna throw in like the home that was built on the land. He was like, yeah, and you can keep the home too. Whoa.
Sussy.
Oh, the crowd goes wild. He's like, okay, great. So the Chavez family hustled, and they got the 80 acres of land on his property looking gorgeous, nice, cleaned up, all done, right? But after they did all the work, the neighbor, you think he followed through? I doubt it. Of course he did it, right? He screwed them over. The owner, he sold the land that he was going to give to the family. He sold it to someone else and got the land cleaned up for free. Oh, what a dick, right? Jeez Louise. So the Chavez family had done like all that hard work for somebody else's gain. Nothing for them. What a dick move. So the Chavez family reached out to a lawyer and they were asking for advice. Like, you know, what can we do? Can we do anything? And the lawyer tells them to like take out a loan so they'd be able to buy the land back. So they decided to take his advice. So they got a loan. They ended up buying the land, and they were...
That's terrible advice. Wait, what the fuck?
Living there, and everything was great. But the problem was the family wasn't able to pay the high interest on the loan. And I get, you know, the lawyer knew that. As soon as the family was behind on their bills, the lawyer came in and took everything the Chavez family had. Everything. Their home, their money, their land, it was all taken. It's like, damn, give me a break, right? The Chavez family,
God, that's so fucked.
They had to move in with Librado's mother and just start over. And obviously, this really affected the whole family, especially Librado's oldest son, Caesar, right? Caesar was just like a child when all this was happening. But the injustice.
Do fish get thirsty? I don't think so. No? Unless they're out of water.
He and his family were experiencing is something he could never forget. Despite how little they had, the Chavez family always had the mindset of helping others, which is like so kind because they got screwed over so hard. And, you know, most of us would just turn to awful witches, and they didn't. No matter who you were, you knew you could get a meal at the Chavez households. Their doors were open. His mother and grandmother taught him that there was nothing more important than helping others, and his family never turned anyone away. Something else that shaped young Caesar's life was the way he was treated at school. I mean, his very first day of school, he was only like 7 years old, and the other kids, they would bully him because he had an accent. They also called him what they called other Chicanos in school, which was like dirty Mexican. And you'd think like the teachers might jump in and tell the kids to stop, but they never did. They would actually like egg them on. Yeah, and at the time, teachers were totally allowed to physically punish students. Caesar would say, quote, "When we spoke Spanish, the teacher swooped down on us. I remember the ruler whistling through the air as its edge came down sharply across my knuckles," end quote. I mean, sometimes the teacher would even like do this in front of other kids. So, you know, the other kids are like, well, if she's doing it, I'm gonna do it too. This is why I won't have kids. Because
so fucking terrible. God, yeah, imagine racism in the 30s, I think. Yeah, at the time there was a Nazi rally in Madison Square Garden. Imagine, shocking.
Because they're pieces of shit. I'm sorry, I said it. Someone had to say it. Your kid is probably a piece of shit. Sorry about that. Anyways, but this was in the 30s. So maybe they're not anymore. Children have grown. Sorry. I recant my statement. So
well, unless they have racist parents that are still teaching them the same shit.
This was the 1930s, and at the time, like many of the schools, they were still segregated. But the ones that weren't segregated, honestly, they weren't any better for the kids at all. You know, it's not like a safe space. I mean, even in integrated schools, kids weren't allowed to speak Spanish, and those who did would end up being hit, be forced to run laps around the school, or have to write, "I will not speak Spanish," on like the board. Yeah, they'd have to do that hundreds of times. For what? I don't know. God bless America. Right? One time, a teacher caught Caesar speaking Spanish once again in class, and they forced him to wear a sign at school all day that said, "I am a clown. I speak Spanish." So dumb. I hate this planet. So not only were the kids, you know, treating him like garbage, right? Being assholes to him.
What the fuck? Like, is that supposed to help? Like, it's obviously, it's not even a punishment. Like, it's just like, just senseless racism.
Because he's wearing the sign. But the teachers were making it a point to humiliate him, right? One of the reasons the schools just truly did not give a shit about these kids is because they knew that they'd most likely be gone in a matter of weeks. This is because their parents were migrant farm workers who were constantly moving to different towns, you know, for work opportunity. Wherever the work was, that's where people were going. A migrant worker is a person who moves from place to place looking for work, typically farm work. So because of that, children of migrant workers were always changing schools. And unfortunately, the teachers, they knew this, so they didn't like try and bother actually trying to teach the kids or help them out, because in their mind, like, what was the point? They were just gonna leave, bye, you know? So for migrant workers, like Caesar's parents, it was a struggle to earn the bare minimum to live. I mean, anytime a job popped up nearby, the Chavez family, they had to move. Workers would follow something called the Harvest Trail. It's a trail along a stretch of farmland in California that hired migrant workers to come in, and they also gave them housing.
Hired. Yeah, definitely not still happening. I don't know. None of this should be in past tense.
This is so they'd be able to work longer hours and like go to bed and then, wake back up and look, you're right at work. Wow. Oh my God. And the housing they had, it wasn't like it wasn't cute. Okay. It wasn't something you're imagining that's cute and cozy. Like, wow, carpet. No, the conditions were awful. Okay. The families would stay in bare cabins near the farmland and not like a cute bear. Wow. Bare meaning empty. There was nothing to do, nothing to look at. Just empty. Thanks. Cool. These places didn't have indoor plumbing or electricity, but there was a roof, right? It's a roof over their head. Woo! Most migrant families would be placed in tents that would be damp and cold from, the outdoor elements. And the shitty housing that there wasn't even free. The labor contractors who hired the workers would charge rent for these tents and cabins, and it would be taken directly from their pay. So it's like they could just
so skeevy
jack up the prices of rent if they wanted to, and they couldn't say anything. So lame. You really felt like you just couldn't win. And on top of that, the tools the workers would need for these labor jobs, they weren't even supplied to them. Workers, they would have to go out, use their paycheck again to purchase all of the tools they would need from the same people who are paying them. So it's just a circle jerk, yeah? So in conclusion,
the sound.
They would go home with barely anything, barely scraping by. But it felt like everyone was desperate for work at this time. So there was like no choice but to take these shit jobs. There were no other places that would hire migrant workers. Society sadly viewed them as poor, dirty labor workers, not like just a normal fucking person like everyone else.
And it's crazy how the Great Depression sounds a lot like today, like almost exactly like today. Crazy.
So, this was the life the Chavez family lived, and over the course of a decade, Caesar transferred schools 37 times. Damn, I know, that's a lot. Paul, that's a lot. Oh my God, he looks so scary, Paul. It's his black eyes. Have you been possessed by a demon? I forgot about you guys. You guys been so quiet. Anyways, at almost every school he attended, he was punished for speaking Spanish and honestly, just being different. In 1942, after Caesar graduated the 8th grade, he ended up dropping out. So that means he went to 37 different schools before 8th grade.
Holy shit.
Can you imagine being the new kid 37 times? Being the new kid
awful. Awful.
Is awful. Poor guy. Oh my God. So he drops out at the 8th grade. And this is because his father actually got seriously injured in a car accident. So Caesar knew if he didn't step up to help the family, then his mother would have to go out and work in the fields and do all that. So Caesar took over his dad's shifts in the fields when he was just 14 years old. And he became the man of the household. Well, just because he left school didn't mean that he left all of that bullying behind, right? When Caesar was a teenager, he walked into a diner and tried to order a hamburger. And the waitress, I guess she laughed at him and told him oh, we don't sell the Mexicans. No hamburger for you. And it was bro, really? We're adults. Does anyone ever grow up? Oh, no? All right. Well, fuck me then. Anyways, there was another time he was arrested for sitting in the whites only part of a movie theater. Now, even though he bought a ticket, just like everyone else in there, he still got in trouble. So, think about it. When society rejects everything about you, right? You're never doing anything right. It's fuck society. Fuck the mainstream. Fuck everything. And for Chicanos and other communities of color, this is exactly where their head was at. All of this rejection and straight up racism just led to a big counterculture movement. A movement which essentially celebrated people taking pride in being different, okay? Black, Filipino, and Mexican-American teenagers rebelled against mainstream fashion trends by wearing something called zoot suits. We did an episode on zoot suit riots in season 1, and it's kind of like the ghost episode. It disappeared, but you can still listen to it on the audio side if you want. But if you don't know, I'll give you a little recap. Zoot suits, they were like these super stylish and like oversized suits. And they became super popular in Harlem dance halls because I guess they were easy to move in, but also you just looked fucking sick, okay? They were worn mostly by men, but some women, they were owning that shit too. And it looked like, yes, bitch, work. Okay? The suit had like these, it was high-waisted, wide-leg trouser, right? And on top was this big long coat with like big lapels. Everything was like oversized, but strong. Padded shoulders. It's a look. So the issue was that these zoot suits, they required like a lot of material to make them. And during World War II, fabric was being rationed, okay? They needed them to make war stuff. Great. So being seen wearing a zoot suit at the time.
War stuff. That's interesting. I didn't realize the rations went to clothing as well. Like fabric. I guess that makes sense.
I was like, oh my God, so anti-American. How dare you? How dare you? So, rumors about zoot suiters, especially the Chicanos who wore them, started to spread. I mean, people had a negative opinion about them, but the zoot suits were finally like an excuse to let loose and just punish the Chicano community, really. This gave them a reason. On June 3rd, 1943, hundreds of police officers and...
That's insane. Wait, what? I didn't know this part about the zoot suit. I mean, maybe I just forgot.
And soldiers beat the shit out of anyone who was wearing a zoot suit. And it got so bad that they even started beating up anyone who looked like a person of color or looked Chicano. I mean, whether they were in a zoot suit or not. Caesar was one of these zoot suiters. His family had moved to Los Angeles and settled in a neighborhood known as a barrio. A barrio is a Spanish-speaking part of town, and many people who lived in these areas struggled with poverty. People in Caesar's barrio used to say, "Sal si puedes," which means get out if you can. Between having to work in the fields to support his family and getting beat up in the streets, Caesar, he was just ready to get the hell out, right? So he ends up joining the Navy when he was 17. He was one of over half.
Oh, damn. He looks like such a baby. That's crazy.
500,000 Latinos who served in World War II. And actually their numbers are probably way higher than that. That's because if you were any type of Latin descent and you enrolled in the army, chances are your race was marked as white on your official enrollment papers. So when he returned home after serving for 2 years, it's not like he got some kind of woo, like hero's welcome, you know, like welcome home, you're amazing. I mean, while he was gone, the relationship between Chicanos, law enforcement, and honestly, like society in general seemed to have gotten way worse. Because so many American men were shipped off to the war, there weren't enough people around to do jobs that required like hard labor. So the US turned to Mexico asking for their help. So yeah, of course they're asking for Mexico's help. They come crying back, like they always do.
Every time.
So then the government creates the Bracero program. Bracero translates to strong armed ones. And for many Mexicans, this was seen as like a good opportunity to make money in America. I mean, even if it was only for a short amount of time. But on the other hand, you know, these people were forced to work, once again, grueling hours, live in horrible conditions, and be treated horribly in just general. Very similar to the migrant workers we talked about earlier. So once people from the Bracero program entered California, people in society just started to panic. The locals, the whites, were like, oh my God, like these guys they're gonna take our jobs. And honestly, like they had never seen that many Mexicans before, so.
Yeah, that like racist talking point is so fucking old. It's ancient.
You know, the whites get spooked easily. Soon, there were like all these signs posted all over restaurants that read like, "We serve whites only. No Spanish or Mexicans." They ran articles in the newspaper about how Mexican Americans weren't loyal to the country. What the hell, right? Like, what is everyone's deal? Caesar went back to work in the fields as soon as he got home from the war, and he once described just how difficult and backbreaking it was to work in the fields all day. So Caesar thought back to his upbringing with his mother and grandmother, and they like never turned anyone away who needed help, right? So he looked around him in the fields at thousands of migrant workers who had been treated as less than human for a little too long. He decided, you know what? It was time to take a stand. Caesar knew that writing letters and complaining, would only do so much. The way to get real change in the country was to vote. So Caesar got involved with something called the Community Service Organization, and he made it his mission to get as many laborers registered to vote as possible. I guess he was so good at this that he even ran the organization for a couple of years. It was clear that Caesar was a natural-born leader. I mean, he was said to treat people with empathy, and he spent his whole life up until that point working in the fields alongside the people he was fighting for. So it was like, people trusted him. Caesar ended up launching his own newspaper for the farm workers called El Malcriado, which translates to, quote, badly behaved. But I think that's like a pretty badass name, yeah? Yeah. So he really started to make a public name for himself in 1965 when he organized farm workers to peacefully strike in response to their cruel treatment, which is pretty badass, right? One of the most famous strikes he helped organize was called the Delano Grape Strike. Now, this strike was started by the Filipino-American farming community, and Caesar had his union actually join forces with them. I mean, power in numbers, right? And the strike centered around the shockingly low wages and high physical expectations of grape pickers in America. So the strike really encouraged everyday people to, immediately stop buying and eating grapes. They figured if they did this, it would hit the farm owners where it hurt, in their balls. And in their pocket. Yeah. And then maybe, they'd start paying attention to the workers. And look, they were soon right. As soon as profits were affected, these people are panicking. Wow, what are we going to do? It's like, So people started paying.
Yeah, pay them. Fucking pay them.
Attention to Caesar and his unions. He started getting calls from other organizations asking hey, can you come here and work your magic over here? And I mean, great. It was in a bunch of different cities. And this is when Caesar teamed up with someone who would take the Chicano movement to the next freaking level. Dolores Clara Fernandez, or as she's known today, Dolores Huerta. Okay, listen, Dolores is the shit. Okay, so she was born on April 10th, 1930, in a little mining town of Dawson, New Mexico. And her dad, his name was Juan Fernandez, was a farm worker by day and a union activist by night. So he fought for fair wages and better working conditions. And Juan, he even ran for political office in 1938 and became representative for New Mexico. Go off. Go all the way off. So from a young age, their family was politically involved. And Dolores said, quote, I remember when I was 8 years old, I put a bumper sticker on a car for Franklin Delano Roosevelt. I don't know where I got those stickers or whose car I put it on. In my family, the idea of being informed about what was happening in the world was just part of growing up. End quote. So just like Caesar, Dolores experienced insane prejudice as a child because of her indigenous roots. And one of her teachers even accused her of cheating in school because her papers were a little too well written. Okay.
Oh my God. The fuck? The fuck?
The teacher probably couldn't read. But really, you just couldn't win. You couldn't win. But Dolores always had that hustle mindset. And it's probably because she grew up in the Great Depression and both of her parents were just hustlers, right? They needed to get by and they found a way. During the summer between school years, she would often work in the fields as a grape picker. And for picking up full buckets of grapes, she would get 2 bits. In other words, a quarter.
Imagine having that fragile of an ego. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Quarter for a full bucket of grapes. That's a lot, right? Not the quarter, the grapes. I mean, it wasn't much, but it showed to her at a young age, like, she was smart, she was savvy, and she could be self-sufficient. But most importantly, she learned from her parents, like, how to organize a movement. And Dolores' dad, Juan, was one of the founders of an early union for farm workers. He volunteered with the mine workers union too, since like their family lived in a mining town. And wherever Juan went for work, if the town didn't have a union, he would organize one. So all of this is naturally having an impact on little Dolores growing up, you know? And not only was Dolores' dad a union activist, but her mom, Alicia Chavez, owned a hotel where she would like rent rooms out to labor workers for low prices. Alicia was also an activist and was always supporting the workers. Dolores remembers that her mom said, quote, "If you see someone that's in need, then you have an obligation to help them," end quote. After graduating high school in 1947, Dolores went to college and she got a degree in education. And between becoming like a mother and getting a divorce, just like figuring out how to be a single mom of 2, she began working as a teacher. Now, Dolores would say that she liked being a teacher, but she couldn't help noticing how many of her kids would be coming to school in general, just hungry. And Dolores naturally understood what was going on, since both of her parents, started as farmers. So she decided, there's more she could be doing to help. So she decided she wanted to move beyond the classroom. So this is when she moved to Stockton, which is a city in Northern California. And there was a huge Chicano population in Stockton. And this is where Dolores once again sees firsthand just how horrible the working conditions were for Latino and Filipino farm workers. So this inspired her to take a stand, but there was no union. The closest thing was a Latino civil rights group in Los Angeles. So she started going to the meetings in LA. And Dolores was inspired by the things that they were able to accomplish, that she actually started her own chapter of the organization back in Stockton. So Dolores, she rallied the community around her, and within just a few years, they started getting laws passed. I mean, for example, driver's license tests and voting ballots became available in Spanish. Hello, major, huge. Before Dolores' time, it wasn't possible to get public assistance like employment or food stamps if you had a green card. But with the support of her community, she changed that. She changed that too. So by the 70s, as long as you were a legal resident and had a green card, you could access the same things as your white neighbors. Basically, with enough.
It's so crazy. That they even had to advocate for that. Goddamn America. Goddamn.
People saying the same thing. Dolores realized that she could actually make politicians and the people in power listen to her, or them, really, the group. You just had to make enough noise. Something I love about this is that Dolores was only 5 feet tall. Love that. But she was a freaking powerhouse when it came to getting people to pay attention to her. She claimed her space, okay? But if the entire community of workers decided to just stop working and go on strike, it would put pressure on the entire supply chain. So suddenly their bosses were forced to listen to the workers' demands. They're we call the shots, bitches. And if they didn't, the produce would not get harvested, okay? They couldn't deliver to their suppliers and no money would be made. Boom. Which, let's be real, that's the only part they cared about, was the money. So.
Still only part they care about. You can see that with the auto strike right now. Everyone in the media is framing it as oh, they're losing X amount of dollars. They've lost this much so far. These greedy, selfish workers, never pointing out the fucking CEO's pay raises.
Yeah. You guys saw the phrase or heard the phrase, si se puede? It means yes, we can. And no, it wasn't Dora who thought of it. It was Dolores. I know. I didn't know this. I'm a dumbass. Sorry,
Let's
but no
go.
longer. Because Dolores actually took this quote and like made it part of her whole thing. And maybe that's where Dora got it. Dora, Dolores, come on. Okay, here's a story about Si Se Puede. I guess she was picketing in Arizona. And because the state, they had like passed a law that said if you say the word boycott, which is essentially a strike word, right? You would say it. You could end up going to prison for 6 months. So Arizona was like, don't even say the word or straight to jail. Bye. I mean, that's how powerful Dolores' movement was. Just the word could send you to jail. So Dolores had gone to Arizona and was rallying the farm workers to join her in protesting that law. And apparently she went to speak to a group of professionals.
And this is why capitalism bad. Because capitalism will always side with the capitalists.
In the farm industry to see like if they would support her. Maybe, you know, like walk around, wave a sign, maybe middle finger, depending on who you are. But these businessmen essentially told her to like stand down. They were like, oh no, we don't do that here in Arizona. No se puede, meaning like, no, you can't. But Dolores wasn't gonna like take no for an answer. And she told him back like, no, in Arizona, si se puede. Boom.
Got
Everything
him.
was lit on fire. I don't know. No one was going to silence her. She was going to turn it, flip it back on you. Boom. Bye. So she went back to her union meeting that she hosted every single night. And she told them what happened. She's like, this guy, he said like, no se puede, whatever. But I said, si se puede. And everyone's like, ah, and just losing their shit. Yeah. But everyone started shouting, si se puede, si se puede. Boo. It became the slogan.
Free speech,
for the whole
right?
Chicano movement. I love this story. It's a cool story. Fucking love Dolores. Basically, you did not want
Same.
to fuck with Dolores, okay? But that didn't mean people were going to just leave the farm workers alone. Where, you know, people in charge hated seeing farm workers protest out in the open. They're like, ew, gross. Well, Dolores was like out on the picket line alongside these workers. She saw all kinds of violence. The growers, quote unquote growers, these are the people who own the farms. They would try to run down picketing workers in their cars. Nasty ass. Like nothing could keep Dolores away from them.
Man. Nothing is goddamn changed. Holy shit. Oh.
Goddamn picket line. Dolores' reputation left an impression on Caesar. And in 1955, he met Dolores at a fundraising dinner up in Oakland. And they had been making waves and getting the attention of the media with their own individual movements. So it was about time they meet. Then in 1962, they decided to team up to create the UFW. It stands for United Farm Workers Union. And together, Caesar and Dolores secured the first legal work contracts for these laborers.
Fuck.
I know. These contracts would guarantee seemingly basic things like drinking water, breaks, time to use the bathroom. Just the basics. I mean, they didn't have any of these basic things before the contracts, which is wild, right? Because you would hope they would be given. Anyway, so someone had to fight tooth and nail just for them to get some water. Dolores and Caesar also got the farm workers a union, which then is job security and also real contracts. The UFW became a huge force in the California grape strike that Caesar helped lead. And that grape strike, I guess it lasted for 5 years. And it only ended in 1970 when the growers finally signed union contracts. Now, this meant that they had to play by the rules signed.
Man, the posters behind them look so sick.
Union contracts. Now, this meant that they had to play by the rules and actually give their workers all of those basic rights. Oh, boo-hoo for them. Boo-hoo. And now, thanks to leaders like Dolores and Caesar, workers and unions were legally allowed to strike against their employers. Before, they had no protections. They were like, good luck, bud. You're getting fired by lunch. And now the state had to support your picket line. This became called the California Agriculture Labor Relations Act. Super easy, just flows right off the tongue. And the movement had come a pretty long way from not being allowed to say the word boycott. This act also established a board whose job it was to make sure unions had organized leaders and representatives, which essentially meant that they were making sure unions had all the tools and leaders they needed to strike when they needed to. There were still more problems to tackle, like pesticides. Yeah, random, but real. Because if you listen to our Monsanto episode, you'll know that pesticides are chemicals that are sprayed around crops to get rid of bugs.
Yeah, this is still a very big issue. I think I was like watching Hassan, and there was a farmer who came on and said, oh yeah, like on a hot day when they're spraying the pesticides and you get like a nice breeze, it feels kind of nice. America.
Weeds that might kill the crops, right? So there were hundreds of studies that showed these pesticides are toxic to human health, right? Can we agree? We agree. And on top of that, until the 1970s, growers were allowed to spray pesticides into their fields while the workers were working. Yeah, they thought that showering workers with like these toxic pesticides was the right thing to do. That is, until the UFW stepped in. So according to Dolores, these pesticides were causing severe damage to the health of the workers. And Dolores even said, quote, pesticides in the fields really affect women even more than they do men. But we have had so many women that have cancer, so many children have been born with deformities, and men have also died because they were spraying pesticides in the field and they died of lung cancer, end quote. Yep. So you'd think this would be enough to get the farms to agree to stop spraying, but it was an uphill battle. And the UFW today is actually still fighting it. They didn't stop spraying those chemicals. No, they did not, nay. Which is not only rude, you guys, but like they're killing people. Instead, they gave like workers protective gear, quote unquote protective gear, who really knows, to help them guard themselves from the toxic chemical exposure that they're in all day and still touching regardless.
Great.
Probably like a pair of goggles.
Just wear a full respirator in the field. It's fine. It's fine. Spray the next day. Yeah, you literally could. You literally could.
Goggles is what I'm imagining. They're like, this should help. To this day, this is still a critical issue for like those farm workers. According to Dolores, quote, even though we were able to get many of the pesticides banned, they keep inventing new ones, end quote. We're looking at you, Monsanto, or I should say Bayer.
Yep.
Yeah, talking to you. We're watching you. I'm gonna get murdered. I can't wait. I can't wait to get blackmailed. Around the same time as this pesticide controversy, the Chicano movement came to an end. By 1970, every organization you can think of, I'm talking from the police department to the FBI, they were monitoring everything the Chicano movement was doing. On August 29th, 1970, in Los Angeles, a peaceful protest led by the Chicano movement went south. We all remember what happened in the Zoot Suit riots, right? I hope so. We didn't talk about it that long ago. It was like that, but it was more deadly. The LAPD reportedly opened fire on the protest, and as a result, they killed several innocent people. And then on top of that, the authorities had been infiltrating the Chicano movement for years. So the organization was kind of crumbling from within. Between that and the murders at the peaceful protests, it was a devastating sign that the Chicano movement had come to an end. And sadly, many of the most pressing issues facing migrant workers back over like 70 years are still a problem today. Caesar died on April 23rd,
Feels sick.
1993 at the age of 66. And for much of his life, he was known as just a farm worker and union leader who liked to stir up trouble. But today, he's known as one of the great American civil rights leaders of our time. The union he helped create, the National Farm Workers Association, still exists to this day. Something that really stood out to me while
Still exists, but like most unions, has been decapped and limited in their scope. Monsanto, they would never. Yeah, definitely not.
I was learning about all of this is that for a while, Dolores didn't want to take credit for the work that she was doing. She didn't even want to be like vice president of the National Farm Workers Association up until Caesar told her it would be crazy not to. She said afterwards, if Caesar hadn't told me to, I wouldn't have thought about it. And I think that's a problem with us women. We don't think we need to be in the power structure. Sometimes we think, well, I'm not really prepared to take that position or that role. But I say to women out there, just do it like the guys do it. Pretend that you know, and then you learn on the job. End quote. I mean, hell yeah. I think if there's anyone we should be listening to about taking charge at work, it's the...
She kind of ate with that, you know? She really read men to filth with that one. Just fucking fake it till you make it, honey. That's what the men are doing. So true. So true.
Dolores, hello. Dolores is still alive today and still fighting and fucking kicking ass. She's in her 90s and she is thriving, okay? She's still inspiring generations of activists to stand up for underrepresented workers through her work with the Dolores Huerta Foundation. I'm going to link down in the description below where you can learn more about the work Dolores' foundation is doing. Make sure to check it out. And look, if there's anything that Dolores and Caesar taught us, it's to stand up for yourself, never apologize for who you are, and even if something seems impossible, your voice, our voice, has power, and they matter. Thank you. Thank you. Vote for me. 2024, whatever the fuck. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you learned something new. Next week, we'll be talking about one of my favorite things on the planet. Something that every single one of us has in common. It's something that, it has such a weird past that you're gonna be just as shocked as I was. It was a substance that used to be used as medicine, and it single-handedly enslaved millions of people around the world. Can you guess? No? Well, it causes many diseases today, and the government has been trying to step in and ban it. Next week, we'll be talking about the dark history of sugar.
Oh.
Yeah, sugar.
That's going to be a good one.
Remember, don't be afraid to ask questions to get the whole story because you deserve that. You can join me over on my YouTube where you can watch the...
Wait, sugar was used as a medicine? Wait, what?
Episodes on Thursday after the podcast airs. And while you're there, you can also catch my murder, mystery, and makeup. Now, I'd love to hear you guys' reactions to today's story, so make sure to use the hashtag #darkhistory over on social media so I can see what you're saying. And maybe you'll end up in one of my videos. For example, Desert Holly. Shout out to you, girl. Because you commented on our Tyson video from season 3, quote, I just hollered at my boyfriend from the bathroom, shower time, that Tyson Chicken helped McDonald's make the chicken nugget. And in the same breath said, there are thousands of girls all over the world right now telling their boyfriends random facts about Tyson Chicken at this very moment. He belly laughed, end quote. Honestly, I love fun facts, don't you? Tyson Chicken, full of them. I love shouting fun facts at a boyfriend. I wish I had a boyfriend. So lonely. Teresa Longo, 7068 says, quote, great episode as always, Bailey. So I noticed you were not moving your right arm. You okay? You gesture a lot. I do too when I talk. So just
gesture.
Hoping you are well. Hugs. The truth is, sometimes I like to touch myself when I'm filming. It just makes it a better experience. You're welcome. Nathasia Renee, Stana B1JC said, quote, day one of me asking Bailey to do a dark history of money. P.S. I'm a broke AF student, end quote. Girl, that's very vague. I'm gonna need some specifics. Okay, listen, are you meaning like, why are certain presidents on money? Why is money green? What's up with
Why is money? Period.
that triangle in the eye? Why do we have money? When did we decide paper money is good? You know? I mean, these are really good questions, and honestly, I'm intrigued. But there's so many directions we could go. Anyways, don't forget to leave a comment because maybe I'll read it and say something funny back because I'm hilarious. Thank you. Dark History is an Audio Boom original. This podcast is executive produced by Bailey Sarian, hi, Junia McNeely.
Oh, these guys can eat a lot more pumpkin. She doesn't like the one. Skip it about beautiful, thick, muscle mommy prairie.
Chill. Oh.
Prairie dog. Does smell a bit stinky. He's only 40 pounds now. He's just like his dad. Good morning, everybody. The guys are finishing up the enclosure in the back and they let the baby out somehow. So now we gotta start the day off by wrangling him in. Hey there, beautiful little boy. Now this is how you guys catch a kangaroo. The baby starts to hop away, I'm just gonna... Oh no! Okay, let's see if we can herd him back over there. I can't open this gate because his wife is also waiting to get out. Okay, there we go. This is my second attempt.
Okay, this is crazy. Why is this happening? Internet, hello? Are you there?
Oh, these guys can eat a lot more pumpkin. Kangaroo. The baby starts to hop away, I'm just gonna... Oh no! Okay, let's see if we can herd him back over there. I can't open this gate because his wife is also waiting to get out. Okay, there we go. This is my second attempt. Okay, guys.
Oh my god.
In this little corner here. I don't think I can get out of there.
Brew Wrangler.
Okay, we're gonna try this one more time. This time I'm actually just gonna grab him and see if I can carry him over. But look at this, you guys. We finally have electric here and all of the breakers are installed. So now I can finally have electric. And it only took 10 weeks for them to do this. Come on, the baby. Also, we finally have pecans growing on these trees too, so I can get a little bit of pecans for dinner. Look at this, you guys.
Wait, why can't I just play a YouTube? One YouTube, please.
Guys, this is the first year since I've been here that this tree actually produced any pecans. And I think the baby's eating them. So I can't wait till all this construction is done so the baby can just live up here. Also, Patrick and Halfcock have been getting along really well. I'm thinking about putting Halfcock in there with Patrick because they spend a lot of time on the other end of the fence sniffing each other. And he's a lot friendlier now. I don't want to grab the baby right now because I'm afraid that he'll hurt his feet on the gravel. Half-cock moment. Okay, guys, let's see if I can do this. If I can catch an armadillo with one hand, I can catch a baby with one hand. Hey, buddy, it's me, your dad, the baby. Do you remember whenever I raised you from the time you were a young child? Oh, yes!
Got him.
Whoa.
Oh, no.
Baby. All right, we got him. We got him, kids. Take a look at this, you guys. I think this is officially the largest kangaroo that anyone's ever hand caught on camera on YouTube. If you guys show me any refuting evidence, no matter how substantial,
Just dragging him by the tail. God.
I will simply put my fingers in my ears and go la 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 la. I can't hear you. And it doesn't matter that Andrew Euclid's caught a wild one. The baby's basically wild. Petunia also got out and she got into this thing. What is this perfect little hole of water doing in the middle of this pond? Look at this man. He's just like his daddy. Kevin's not in a particularly aggressive mood.
scares me every time.
Today because there's been 100 people walking around. Also, some of you Dinkelbergs were commenting, oh, he neglects his dogs now. Guys, I make videos once every 3 to 4 days. Every day I spend 10 to 15 hours with Poggers and Queen on this trampoline here whenever I'm not filming. 13 to 15 hours I spend. That's 20 to 26 hours a day I spend with these two. So no, I don't neglect them. And whoever commented that, this is your grandmother's house. Garbanzo Beans is very happy to see me per usual. Petunia found a little bit of natural shade. My buddy Colton cut most of the grass yesterday and I had to bring Patrick inside for that. He's gonna come out today to do the rest of it. Hello everybody, it's that time of the year again and Uncle Ben's putting Patrick in the bathroom so the guys can work on mowing the lawn. And if you guys remember from the older videos, he would run into walls until his head was bloody. And I had to cover the ground with all these blankets because he's gonna pee and poop on them, and he slides, as you can see. His hooves don't work very well with the vinyl. But this way he has this little comfortable area to sit down in, which is much too small for him now unless he's sitting down. But look at how tall these weeds got, you guys. Gee, I sure hope this woman gives birth soon. I also randomly visited the Alabama Wildlife Center in the last couple days, and this is one of the biggest bird rehabs in Alabama. As you can see at this rehab, they covered most of the walls with this plastic sheeting. Cooper's Hawk moment. This here is one of the nicest flight pens I've ever seen for raptors. So that middle area there is for hunting, and then the rest of this whole area here has vertical slats, and then also this plastic lattice so that they can't grip the walls and then get their feathers stuck in them. And even the ceiling here, you can see, is slats instead of some kind of netting. They also mix several species together. This is an educational ambassador eagle. Oh, she don't got no left eye. Look at this cringe bird. Oh my goodness. And I met this nice young lady here with a little red screech owl. And they even had this big boardwalk of educational ambassador birds on display. Come on, guys, let's go.
Ambassadors.
This is the exact mesh that we would be using. Perfect. Look at this, you guys. They have this whole area here so we can view the rehabbed animals. We rescued one of these guys a while back. It just keeps going. And all of these enclosures have the exact type of mesh that we're going to be using. Oh my goodness. But now we no longer have a forest of weeds around the house, just around the barn. Also, I put Master Oogway up here so that he wouldn't get hit by a lawnmower, but he's just been destroying everything. Look how big his poops are. Look at this beautiful creature. He's only 40 pounds now. But now this little boy here's got plenty of fresh grass to nibble on the ground. And he can even eat these fresh clippings. And it won't be as easy to lose him now, especially after we cut the rest of this stuff. Now it's still getting up to 95 degrees here for the high, but at least it's not 100 anymore. And now's the time of the morning that I let Big Ounce go into his nice new enclosure. But he does
Big Ounce is so cute.
Smell a bit stinky. He does smell a bit tinky. Until we start to rehabilitate any large owls or hawks, Big Ounce can hang out in here and he can't escape from here because we have all this mesh. And this is all plenty of nice fresh grass for him to eat. Have fun in here, Bibberton. There is no more pure of a creature than Big Ounce. This will be a great little place for him to run around in during the day. And if we filled this up with soil, it could be a bit of a Big Ounce-topia in of itself. This cringe ostrich over here that escaped the other day, I still have in solitary confinement, but she's got plenty of greens to eat in here. I can't move her back out here until these guys are done and we clean up the rest of the trash. But a company called Deer Busters is donating all the fencing we need for this whole eagle and osprey enclosure. The issue's just gonna be putting it all on there. But this girl's got plenty of food over here and she's happy over here by herself for now. But as you can see, she's already warming up to me and eating all of her food. And she'll be eating out of my hands in no time. Muscle mommy. Let me know what you guys think I should actually name her. We're not doing Stormfront because apparently I'd get canceled if we did that.
Yeah, bro. Oh, it is funny though.
So, but I was thinking lean beef patty. These boys really know how to jam out. And Garbanzo Beans is still doing very well, and he's always very excited to see me. The algae in this pond has gone way down, and you can see all of my fish now. Look at all those gars. Garbanzo Beans likes to just sit here and stare at it. Look at that beautiful little boy. So I do think that he's nibbling on the lily pads, you guys. What's doing that? But I see my catfish, a ton of cichlids, the gar. I saw the sturgeon down there somewhere. I don't know why, but the vegetation does not seem to stay alive very long on the side of the pond here. But Garbanzo Beans is probably one of the happiest ducks in existence here. And Homelander still always comes over whenever I'm feeding something. And all these little guys get along, and it'd be nice to have them in there together, but Kevin...
Hi. Hello. Hi. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you so much. Hi, I'm Lainey. I do news and reacts and political content. I'm a leftist. Did I say that? Welcome in, everybody. We're just watching Urban Rescue Ranch right now. I was kind of winding down, but I can chill. We can find another content. Thank you for the follows.
Is just a little bad egg. I don't want him biting them. Look at them all standing together. Come on, baby. Woo! Yeah! Yeah, here it comes! Woo! Now we got our own little stream, our own little natural Barton Springs right here in Waco, Texas. Beautiful babbling brook coming right up from St. Edward's Aquifer. And yeah, I do neglect my dogs. Look at the little bibber tit. Fellas in the central Texas area, if you have a beautiful, thick, muscle mommy prairie dog, please let me know, because I'd love to also give Big Ounce a beautiful little muscle mommy wife. I promise I won't name her after
a Big Ounce family? Little ounces?
problematic character from The Boys. But it sure would be lovely for this man to pass his genes on before he actually dies, because he's probably getting to be about that age.
No.
Well, I suppose now it's time to drain this nasty water.
To read and run. No, go take care of yourself and sleep well.
Oh, no, Patrick, don't drink that. And the only way to mitigate the algae is to just try and scrub as much off of these rocks as we can. But sadly, it's always gonna grow back. Now that I decorated Gustavo's little enclosure, I'm gonna treat the chlorine with a little bit of prime. Somebody cringe commented, don't put chemicals in the water. Guys, this takes the chemicals out of...
Don't put chemicals in the water. No, you literally have to treat the water. Like, depending on what it's for, you have to treat it. You think the water you drink isn't treated? Because it is. I'm sorry.
This is your barber's house. We need more pictures on the subreddit, you guys.
Look, guys, he's sleeping. Yeah. This angle, there's no way for me to grab him without getting bit, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use these nice little gloves that we have. Okay, son, in you go. What do you think of this new spot? See, here he has lots of fresh greenery that's not gonna rot the water. I know he's not gonna try and attack it or chew on it. And pretty soon we'll put some more minnows in there for him to eat. But because you guys cringe when I put minnows in here, I'm gonna go and catch some fresh ones straight from the ocean. That's right, I'm going to the ocean to catch some minnows for my son Gustavo to
dedicated.
Whoa, here it is, you guys. Wow, I'm back from the ocean. A healthy, fresh, young spring chicken for my son Gustavo to eat. See, guys, he doesn't like the one. Ah! Well, look at this little legless cricket. I'm gonna catch it with these forceps. A perfect fresh thing without any horrible pet store chemicals to feed to my son. Oh, okay, why does he have all that stuff in his mouth? Look how much sun this dang boy gets now. I spy another cricket. Gustavo. But there you have it, guys. A bunch of crickets that I caught directly from the ocean. What do you think? But I'll be putting some little native fish in here with them pretty soon. $30 for these. And now I can write all this off. Oh, yeah, baby.
Some big pumpkins.
Oh, yeah, baby. Bibberton. Have you been having fun out here, Bibberton?
Look, guys, his teeth are growing back. Wow. His
The little sounds he makes. I can't. That's so cute.
teeth, for the most part, are already back to normal, and he's looking really healthy.
No doubt part of that's from him being able to run around here all day. Big Al saw the house and jumped out of my arms and started being an absolute rapscallion. Woohoo! But all right, everybody, the water's all clean now.
That is the best one.
Big Al saw the house and jumped out of my arms and started being an absolute rapscallion. Woohoo! But all right, everybody, the water's all clean now. And boy, oh boy, do I got a video for you guys today. And some bangers coming to the Capybara Mukbang channel. But these guys are going to enjoy chewing on this thing, and looks like Gord is already figuring out how to eat it. But boy,
Didn't know there was a Capybara Mukbang channel.
oh boy, do we have some great pumpkin videos coming up for the Capybara Mukbang channel. Especially considering how pumpkins are actually a lot lower in sugar than watermelon. So these guys can eat a lot more pumpkins without it being bad for their gut biome. And also, all of these guys love to be pet now, except for this one. Every one of them loves to be scratched. Kumala here is my new favorite creature. But every one of these guys is now super friendly. And it only took over a year of working with these guys to get them to be be like this.
It's so derpy.
But that's it for now, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. And here's a clip of old
I love
Uncle
that.
Ben smashing a pumpkin for you guys. Wow. Nothing more sus than
Wow.
watching all these boys devour a beautiful white pumpkin. And the smell's delicious. But thank you, Deer Busters, for sending us all these. Love you guys. I appreciate you. And we'll make a video for you guys on how to put that together real soon. I love you all. I appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next video. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you.
So there's actually another one I've missed. There might be more, actually.
Things have been a little bit hectic. Okay, get it. Here we go. Come on. They're very hard to catch. Skip the button, button. This beautiful big boy. Man, has he gotten fat. This big, beautiful woman. And look how. Oh, but this is my dragonfly enclosure. Good morning, everybody. Today, Big Ounce and I are going to be doing some house shopping. That's right. Big Ounce and I are shopping for a house. And there's plenty of options here at the Urban Rescue branch, especially now. So today, I'm going to be taking you guys on a little tour. For our first option, we have this old fox enclosure here. As you can see, Big Ounce loves this little area. And I could literally just let Big Ounce live in here, especially if I filled this up and made a little ramp for him to get out of the water. But there is a small chance that his little face would be able to squeeze out of these things if he dug deep enough. Look how fat this man is. But unless he digs and squeezes through there, there's no way this man can escape. But this is option number one. And Big Ounce is still building this house, so that's not really an option right now. But option two is this beautiful big boy. Okay.
He built that house all by himself.
Hey, Big Ounce, calm down. This is your new home. Option
Smashing pumpkin.
number two, which is where I'll be letting him hang out today, is this flight pen. And although we built it for hawks and owls, it's perfect for him. And with this fencing on the ground, there's no way he could escape. And until we have any large hawks or owls, this is where I let Big Ounce run around during the day. And the third and final great option is this marsh bird enclosure. And because we won't be getting any marsh birds until next spring, this whole place is vacant. We have been getting a lot of these dragonflies in here. Oh, it's still
He's building so many spaces. I can't even keep track. It's so cool.
alive. Ew. Good heavens, these things are terrifying. But this is my dragonfly enclosure. This is the only living creature that's in here right now. I'll let him dry out right here. But the last thing we need to do for this enclosure is just put some more shade cloth on the top and open this up so we can have this as a winter shelter for any animals that we have in here. And we can also legally rehabilitate gators in here. So if you guys find any alligators in the state of Texas that need rehabilitated, let me know. We're refilling the Cappy water right now.
He's crazy for that. Crazy.
Pog is jumping on his little trampoline. Markiplier is still somehow very fat and pregnant. She looks like she's about ready to pop any moment now. Oh, I love this little creature. I'm refilling all the water in these enclosures, and Kevin is in a particularly awful mood today. This morning I saw him attacking one of our new ostrich hens, and yesterday one of them pushed over that fence back there. Thanks to garbanzo beans, the water in the pond has cleared up quite a bit actually, so there's a lot less algae than there used to be. And look how big my little catfish is, you guys. All the fish that we put in here from my tank are now thriving. And our minnow farm that we have in the wetland filter is also doing very well. The Homelander and his wife are doing really well. We just refilled their water and got them some new food. But I had to lock up this troublemaker over here with her own little food and water because she kept trying to push over the fence. But we'll be able to move her back in a second. And this is plenty of nice space for her. But Petunia's been keeping this girl company. And the framers are coming back today to finish the door on this eagle flight pen. And I'm making them clean all the trash that they left here. Because boy, do these guys love leaving trash for my animals to eat. But our beautiful new wife is doing very well here. And she's starting to slowly
Bro, get them a trash can or something. I don't know.
warm up to me like Homelander is. But as you can see, Homelander's at least a foot shorter than this big, beautiful woman. Do you like your big, beautiful muscle mommy, Homelander? I'm thinking about naming this one Stormfront. And there is no greater feeling than being able to provide
Oh, okay. This is the context for he said he's not going to do that because he doesn't want to be canceled.
a beautiful
It's lean beef patty now.
Muscle mommy for my son. But ultimately, my plan is to get all these ostriches back over there in that middle field as soon as the eagle pen is done and all of the trash is cleared out of there. And the baby, who's in a bit of an uppity mood this morning, is now just being chilling in his favorite little spot. And I'm really glad that we kept this little patch of woods here because this has provided a really nice shady area for my animals every day throughout the whole summer. And look how, ow. And there's nothing more precious than getting a kiss from my son. But he seems like he's in a pretty good mood now. Pub moment. Queen is also doing very well. And all of these guys are enjoying the weather not being in the hundreds anymore. But for the most part, we haven't.
The kangaroo scratching its own back is so, like, human.
Until next year, until we can use any of these flight pens, because most of the baby birds have already fallen from their nest. And all of the raptors have stopped nesting, but they could come in with an injured or broken wing. Oh, look how happy this little man is. He's got this whole place all to himself. And once I feel like Big Ounce has had enough exercise, I'll bring him back inside for cuddle time. Whoa, couldn't help but notice you hadn't liked the video yet. But man, has he gotten fat since we started putting him on his mushy diet. His two top teeth are slowly starting to grow back, but for the foreseeable future, he's gonna have to eat a little bit of a mush food that I make for him. But that's it, you guys. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of having a baby.
Not the mush food. Oh, poor thing.
Big Ounce. And I'm sick of getting bit by Kevin and having to fix all the issues that these new ostriches are making. I'm going to Louisiana for a nuisance gator relocation and to show you guys how to catch an armadillo right now. Here we go.
All right, everybody. I'm here with my buddy Aaron on the way back from Animal Con in Louisiana, and he has some connections to alligator farmers, but he's never caught an armadillo.
Little armadillo.
Wait, he's wearing the wicked glasses, but like unironically.
He has some connections to alligator
wicked
farmers, but he's never caught an armadillo.
Little armadillo up here to teach you guys how to catch them.
This is for educational purposes.
They got three. It's three.
As you can see, they have horrible eyesight, and none of them were harmed in the making of this.
This thing doesn't even. Oh my god.
Now, you guys have seen me catch these before, and I did not think it was going to be this hard. Especially considering that we're a group of 3 grown men that have experience farming and catching alligators.
Now, initially, I said the following line facetiously.
Oh, God. But boy, was I right.
Get it.
Oh my god.
No. Okay, this is
very skilled.
Attempt number 3. And what's weird is some would just run the second they saw us, and others would just sit and let us touch them. Okay, so we're driving around looking for dillos. We just had 3
looking for dillos.
Really good, easy attempts, and they squeezed out of our hands every time.
And they're so common in this area that you can see dozens just hanging out in the little grassy knolls here eating grubs. And at first I thought this little fellow was like one of those
the possum on the grassy knoll. Maybe that was it, you know?
Other ones that was really silly and let us come right up to it.
Get it, die for it. Oh.
And once they get into
the armadillo
brush, it's impossible to get them. Here's the same shot from a different angle of Aaron's wipeout.
Oh, you missed! We're gonna be sneaky, okay?
And this is perhaps the most impressive dillo catch I've ever made. Take a look at this backhand. I assure you this did not hurt the creature.
Oh my god, left-handed.
The other hand was not as cat-like.
Okay, here it is, you guys. The 9-banded armadillo. They aren't impossible to catch. They are very difficult. These guys are very strong.
Oh, it's so scared. Oh.
Have a horrible sense of sight. Okay, here it is. We got 2 out of the 9 that we jumped after. We got 2. Those guys took us for a ride. We're gonna go ahead and release this guy. 2 out of the 9.
I've never seen one like up close. It looks like a little pig nose. Why is it so cute?
They're very strong. They have a horrible sense of.
Wait. Armadillos carry some disease. I mean, I'm sure there's multiple, but something. Fuck, I forgot.
Okay, here it is. We got 2 out of the 9 that we jumped after. We got 2. Those guys took us for a ride. We're gonna go ahead and release this guy. I'm gonna release him here. He's probably gonna run in the other.
They carry leprosy. Oh god.
Direction. Bye, little friend. Oh, maybe not.
And there he goes back into the wild, healthy and unharmed. And here's Aaron's 4th attempt at this, and he's got better shots of all of this on his channel with
literally. Why are you doing this?
A little bit better editing because I use iMovie. Look at that.
Is this like a sport in Texas? Like what?
That slippery little boy.
Their hand catch.
Definitely had to work for it. Look at my face.
Here's another attempt. As I told you guys, it's not that easy. It took a lot of skill to be able to get him. And for our final attempt, here we were back at the first spot for our Tosh.0 web redemption.
You got this, Eric. Ooh.
Let's see if I can get 2. 2 with 2 hands. I'm gonna go ahead and let this guy go. But look at their adorable little Shrek ears that they have.
And it's much more likely that they heard us,
They are cute.
smelt us, or felt us before
Go
they
ahead,
saw
let him go. There he goes. And you see how good they are at swimming?
And look how he just stops running the second he gets to the edge of the woods.
Oh, no, he's just walking.
After that, we trapped and released some nuisance gators with an alligator farmer friend of ours.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Hey guys, we got about a 7-foot gator here. We're gonna go ahead and release it. Nice little farm here. We did a nuisance gator catch.
Wait, literally? Wait. What? That's just the whole gator?
We got to tag along, get my little permits.
And this is a nuisance alligator they had caught the day before, and I had the privilege of being able to release it here on this farm. But I wanted to get some more gator farming experience.
What is that? Aren't they all a nuisance?
To show this to you guys before we consider doing this in Texas.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and release this guy now. Back to the wild, now that we got the tape off his face. There we go. Come on, buddy. There you go. Beautiful creature.
After that, these guys let me practice catching some of the smaller gators that they had on the farm.
Gustavo. Oh, he's bigger than Gustavo. Back in the water you go.
And they pranked me by telling me to jump in on the shallow end of the farm because I didn't know it was only about 3 inches deep of water.
I can't breathe.
I'm way
Where's my phone? Bro, this is like 2 inches of water, like 7 feet of mud. It's the most foul thing I've ever. Wow, thanks for taking me to your fancy alligator farm.
See, guys, it's not that hard to catch an alligator. That was a perfect little catch and release. So we're here on a nice little farm, so that was completely legal. And close to where Aaron lives, people hit baby gators like that all the time with their cars. There's actually more alligators in Louisiana than there are in Florida. So anytime we see one like this guy on the road, we like to remove it.
These boys really just be sitting in the road.
So we just released it at the closest bayou.
Oh, baby.
Curious. But thank you, Aaron, and the guys at the facility for showing us how to do this. We had a phenomenal time. Wow, wasn't that a fun time, you guys? Let's get Big Ounce here out of his hotel. We now finally have electric running to my house.
And pretty soon, Big Ounce and I will finally not have to stay in our office.
So now we can dedicate this building and this building just to wildlife rehabilitation. And these ones over here as well. Sometimes these dang clappies will be swimming in here and knock the hose out of the pool. And I promise old Uncle Ben's gonna get back to making capybara mukbangs real soon. But as you can see, things have been a little bit hectic around here trying to get all of these things built. And now I've got 3 clappy blappies that'll all eat out of my hand. And one of them that'll let me pet them even when I don't have food.
Also, by leaving fruit out here, I trained the chickens to learn how to eat fruit. That mixed with some guinea pig food is what these fellas are eating today. Happy moment. Look how happy these guys are in that big old tub.
That's it for now, you guys. Thanks so much for
Adorable.
watching this video and for praying for Big Ounce's 2 front teeth to come back very soon. This man is surprisingly healthier than ever now that his teeth are missing, which doesn't make a lot of sense.
But thank you guys for praying for him. I love you. I appreciate you. And we'll see you in the next video.
Oh, I almost forgot to tell you.
Good job. Surprises me every time. I've seen so many of his videos, and I know they always end with a scream. But every time I'm like, ah! Ah! Wait, I missed this? This is a month old, but...
But I'm sick of dealing with COVID. I'm sick of injecting things into owls. I'm headed to Indonesia so I can show you guys a wild Komodo dragon.
Get your cute butt back here, boy.
Fringe deer with a coconut stuck to his foot.
I sure can't wait to eat this turtle.
Oh my goodness. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Urban Rescue Branch.
I'm taking my collection of baby squirrels down to All Things Wild because I'm going away for a bit and I can't take care of them.
These guys need to be fed 3 to 4 times a day. Stop it, Big Ounce. Stop it. He's biting me.
Many people don't know this, but big ounces are actually a type of ground squirrel, so they're pretty closely related to these little fellas. But today I'm going to be taking this little guy down to Georgetown, Texas, where All Things Wild is.
I'm also taking this cringe hawk, which we found in the last video. I have confirmed that this is a Cooper's hawk, I believe, and not a Mississippi kite. And I'm taking this cringe possum so he can be with other possums his age, and he's also about ready to be
Watch out, he's gonna get you.
released. But he is definitely a little bitey boy, as you can see. He's very angry. Most possums don't actually bite whenever you try and touch him, but this guy does. But these are all the wildlife animals I have that need intensive care. I'm going to be taking them down to All Things Wild so they can take care of them. Looks like animal control just made a drop off.
They dropped off this little owl that either got hit by a car or shot. Also, we got a porcupine in the office. This is the first porcupine they've ever gotten. Also, these baby deer from the last video are doing really well. And someone even brought in this tortoise with an upper respiratory infection. All the birds of prey that come...
Oh, I've never heard of a fucking turtle with an upper respiratory infection. That's so sad. Oh, it's so sad.
are presumed to be dehydrated because of the stress, and look at the little green bruise this boy has. Now, I've heard that the bigger birds of prey are infested with these mites because they eat smaller ones that have them, but this is insane.
That's disgusting. And at the time, I was the only one there who was a licensed rehabber.
But this guy immediately perked up after I gave him those fluids. And this is a cringe little turkey vulture that was real angry for some reason.
Oh my goodness.
Then we put my possum in with his new friend. I said a quick prayer for the injured porcupine, and then I
KP Possum, the way it's just always like, I'm gonna get you raw.
left.
Man, I love these people. These are my kin. And it's nice as a rehabber to have friends that are able to take on the workload that you have whenever you go out of town or have to leave. And vice versa, because we took 10 raccoons from them just the other day.
Big ounce in the drofo today?
Speaking of these raccoon boys, they're doing well. You can see they're a lot more skittish and wild than they were the last time you saw them. This one likes to just hide in his blankie.
But they destroy their water faster than the cappies do, so I have to replace it every day.
And these bigger boys are the same way, and they also destroyed this thing. But look, they're not nearly as friendly as they used to be.
Both these groups are ready to be released into the wild really soon.
Also, my son Patwick is doing very well, as you can see.
Look at this beautiful little boy. He no longer has any scars on his forehead.
And there's tons of grass and things growing in this fox enclosure. Speaking of which, these guys are all also ready to be released into the wild very soon.
Oh,
And even
the foxes, I miss them. They're so cute. Oh, I'm glad he like successfully rehabilitated them and released them where they should be, but oh, they're heckin' cute.
this fella here is not too friendly to be released anymore. I love watching all these little boys yawn.
But watch, guys, I can just run up to them and go blah, 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 blah.
But they've been very happy in here. We made a really great setup for them with a ton of nice fresh water and grass growing in here.
And now I need to do the same thing with these new enclosures, which I'll show you guys in a second.
And because of the sprinklers, the grass is still green here around the crack house. Hob moment, queeb moment. But you know what? I'm sick of this.
I'm sick of cleaning raccoon poop water. I'm sick of these cappies being so dang cute. And I'm sick of injecting things into owls.
I'm going on a vacation. These are new flight pens though. Take a look at this. The safety door here is done. We have a little gap here filled in for the bottom of this. And by the end of today, there should be shade cloth on all of this. So we can either release the raccoons or move them into here pre-released. This property sure has come a long way in the last 2 years.
But I'm sick of dealing with Kevin and these dang birds eating my kangaroo food.
And I'm sick of all these dang contractors bailing out on me last minute and not getting any of this work done.
But the pond is starting to look pretty nice though now with all the vegetation we added. That's it though, you guys. I'm headed to Indonesia so I can show you guys a wild Komodo dragon. Oh, and I got a real special little treat for you guys to show you how easy it is to get any kind of animal you want over there. That's right, guys. We're going to a wet market to buy some exotic animals like monkeys for food. That's it though, guys. I'm going on a quick day trip to Indonesia and Hong Kong. And I'll see you guys there right now.
Right off the bat, guys, don't expect a lot. I edit everything in iMovie and I film on my phone, but there was lithium in that water, and here's some gulab jamuns from the plane.
Avast ye matey.
But this is Labuan Bajo, you guys. This is in Indonesia. This is close to Komodo Island. Hey, who's this handsome guy? It's the dry season right now, so all the mountains are brown instead of green.
Well, this is what the cabin looks like, fellas, and our boat's engine just exploded. I'm gonna die here.
Thankfully, we were in a fleet, so the other boats just towed us around.
Oh, wouldn't mind
Wait, it exploded?
bringing this boy back with me to Waco, Texas.
This is a Rusa deer, and the Komodo dragons actually eat these big boys.
Look at this cringe deer with a coconut stuck to his foot. I could get the coconut off.
I tried to help him, but he wouldn't let me. Crab moment. This one got Mr. Crab's eyes. I hiked away from the crowd to see the rest of the island, and I found this nice deer antler.
Oh yeah, baby. That's a perfect match. All right, everybody.
That's
now,
cool.
I'm not sure whether I'm allowed to keep these or not.
So I hid him in that shirt till I got home.
Hello, little fella. Do you like DJ Khaled?
Tell him to bring out the whole ocean.
Tell him to bring out the yacht.
After
I feel like you're probably not allowed to take that.
that, we entered the literal tourist trap known as Komodo National Park. We were trapped here.
Get your cute butt back here, boy. But it looks like they fill up this nasty little watering hole for all the wild boar. Komodos eat these nasty little wild boar boys.
This is a beautiful man named of Park Ranger that showed us around. We got to see a bunch of little Komodo boys. They might be thinking, Uncle Ben, how'd you get that up-close shot of that beautiful Komodo
So creepy.
dragon? Isn't that dangerous?
Yes.
Well, no, sadly it's not. And anyone you've ever seen go to Komodo Island and get a picture with one, this is what they went through.
But hey, look at me, guys. Look how cool I am. I got a picture with the Komodo dragon.
Also, literally a couple football fields away, they were just burning plastic. See, I'm not like those other travel... Oh, gosh.
Great.
I'm not like those other travel vloggers, you guys. I give you the real scoop. Also, I got yelled at for taking this video. Well, obviously, this is beautiful and amazing. Everywhere we went, there was an entourage of about 50 other boats that went with us. So it was like going on a giant cruise liner segmented into small bits. But one of the highlights of the trip for sure was getting to see flying foxes in person. As you guys all know, I'm literally Batman, so this was pretty significant for me. And there's nothing like watching 5,000 eagle-sized bats fly over your head when you're sleeping. I tried to get one to land on the boat with the banana, but it didn't work. And even
Wait, what? Eagle-sized bats? I did not know bats got that big. That's too big. No. We have those flying over here. Literally this moment. Wow. That's incredible. Once again, Australia has all the most terrifying things.
Even though our engine broke, it was fun getting towed around by all these other pirate ships. After that, we flew to the island of Bali, where my friends live. And there was a neat prayer card on the plane that was written for every religion, likely by someone who didn't follow any of them. Let's go golfing! Let's go swimming! Life is Roblox. I got lost while filming that, so I had to call it GoJack, which is their version of an Uber.
Life is just one big game of Roblox. A philosopher said that, I think.
Uber, beautiful man named, I forget his name. And he drove me and my...
They can't eat much. Okay, but can they bite you? I'm more worried about, like, the disease from the bites.
friends to a beautiful place named of Beach. And here there was a beautiful man named of Woman that was here cutting up a coconut for us to eat. After that, we got another GoJack horse moment. And we went to a sea turtle conservation center where they hatch out the eggs and we get to release them into the beach.
Oh, sweet wampum, look at these
so cute.
Tasty little nuggets. Delicious.
Basically, these guys are farming sea turtles to be released back into the wild. Oh. And this is this turtle's first time seeing daylight. But basically, they give you this ticket, which is good for one fresh little sea turtle for you to eat.
I sure can't wait to eat this turtle.
And there was nothing.
Tasty.
Nothing stopping me from running away with this turtle. So obviously, I took it straight home and I fed it to Big Ounce. Just kidding. I released it on the beach next to a bunch of other baby turtles. I'm telling you guys, these guys are not that good at surviving. Look at him get absolutely murked by this wave. Also, here's a kid just throwing his turtle in the water. I did get to help this guy collect the ones that weren't good at swimming so we could release them further out. But after that, I talked to the founder and I got some good leads on some wildlife rehabs that I can help out with if I moved here. But this is their organization. They have a cool setup and they're doing good work. After that, my buddy Wes, who runs our shorts channel, and I got another GoJack and we headed off to our next spot. I made sure to kiss every GoJack driver I met for good luck.
Oh, look at this eel.
As you can see, we went out to some tide pools at low tide and I lifted up some rocks to find all kinds of beautiful little creatures like this eel.
Look at this precious little creature. Oh.
I also met this little cow that wouldn't stop licking my dang foot.
This boy missing some legs. Crab people, crab people.
I also found what I'm pretty sure is a stonefish,
dance.
and if you step on these guys, they can paralyze you. Is that right, you guys? Can someone check me in the comments on that?
Crab people, crab people. Patrick missing his head photo today. Sus.
After that, we moved on to the wet market, which I'm really excited to show you guys. And this is the real main reason why I came to this country and why I'm thinking about moving here.
Okay, guys, welcome back to the Urban Rescue Branch. Today, we're in Indonesia looking at the bird
We have those as well? Wait, it's true? What the fuck?
market. Take you guys and show you a little something special.
This is an Indonesian bird market. This is actually a smaller one. Could one of our based Indonesian brothers let us know what this means in the comments? I think it has to do with rabies. But at these markets, they sell animals, and not just any animals, but native ones. Now, I was told at this part of Indonesia that people don't actually eat monkeys. This little guy would have just been somebody's pet. But they do eat flying foxes here, which are these large bats.
Dimakan.
So people
They
eat
eat
them?
it for medicine.
How much are the bats?
500,000.
And they also said this monkey was only $700,000, which is roughly $60 US. A lot of people in America, especially Texas, have monkeys and lemurs as pets, but they're worth about $2,000 to $8,000 here. Now this is where it really gets atrocious, you guys. I'm not 100% sure what the species is.
Why did he say that like he's gonna start selling them? Wait, why is he saying that like he's gonna start a animal trafficking business?
Someone please let me know in the comments. They look like screech owls, but these are wild-caught owls that they sell here in the market after catching them up north. But these are my chickens, you guys. This is Bertha and Gamer. I've said this before, but this is where the breed actually originated, and these guys have black skin and black organs. But they also just straight up sell wild-caught squirrels, wild-caught tokay geckos. And true fans know that these are invasive in the Florida Keys, and I caught one and brought it back. And that was all just one of many shops in this market. These guys are also invasive in Florida, green iguanas. These are Texas cichlids. And they were even selling all the fish that we caught in Austin and put in my pond. They also sold some beautiful snakeheads that are sadly illegal to own in the U.S. They're also selling wild-caught ravens, which would be so illegal to do in the U.S. Here's just some cringe old parrots that you could buy just about anywhere, and there's some little guys here in the incubator. Pretty cool incubator. It's just made of wood. And turns out sugar gliders are also native to Indonesia, and that's why there's so many at this market as well. But the icing on the cake for sure was seeing this wild-caught owl that was tied to this stick. And for literally $25, you could buy these little owls here that look horribly dehydrated that are probably going to die in about a week. Especially considering all the...
And then droop, agonizing pain in a hospital trip. Jesus Christ. They look like algae-covered rocks on the seabed. Oh, no. You can't even, like, predict it or, like, avoid them. Great. Venom-equipped spines on their back. Jeez. Ow.
The stress they're under from capture and captivity here. But the worst part by far was this guy grabbing him by the wings and dancing him around to show me he was healthy enough to buy. And most of you guys don't know this, but if I took any wild-caught owl, like the one in the beginning of this video, and tried to sell it on the street corner, I would get put in jail for a very long time in America. They also had all these cool knives for sale, and this one specifically was for making sacrifices. This was literally in Skyrim. And this gun was in Fable 2. Oh, get that boy back up. Hey, good thing they weren't selling me at this market. Also, this fish that my friend Paul Cafaro has is literally worth more than the monkey. And this is just one of many of these markets in Indonesia.
That fish is pretty cool, though. Let's be real.
Oh, wasn't that cool, guys? I completely endorse and condone every action here. Elman gain my... Oh, sweet wampa. What? Bro, what they doing in Indonesia? Oh, sweet wampa. After that, my local friends took us to another bird market. Take a look at this, you guys. Look how happy all these birds are, you guys. Honestly, this wasn't as bad as some of the other things I saw. People also eat dogs here, but I didn't want to film any of that. This is basically their version of the Fort Worth stockyards. It's actually designed in a pretty smart way because all the poop just comes down here where it gets to fester. Look at all these precious little faces. Look at this cringe boy. Sure wish I could bring you back to good old-fashioned Waco, Texas. Oh, I just realized that the ropes are going through their noses. But that's it, you guys. That was my trip. This is the Taiwan airport. I put Big Ounce in this little bubble here so he could swim around with his
The rock at the bottom of the calm water you want to wade in. Otherwise, there's lots of rock. Don't touch the bottom. Easy.
Other little friends. Hey, a prayer room. Mashallah, habibi. Very nice. Ooh, based in Christ pilled? What? But in addition to prayer accommodations, Taiwan had this Adidas shop that actually had a gym and a shower attached to it. How great! Whoa, wasn't that cool, you guys? What a crazy day trip. And we're back before the sun's even down. Let me know what you thought about all that stuff in the comments.
So
I hope you guys understand that's why I did an 8-day break. Like I said, Uncle Ben is probably going to be starting a little operation over there sometime soon. Because with the same amount of money, we sure can rescue a lot more animals. Also, I told you this was a male row and everyone thought I was wrong, but it's a male. That's it for now, though, you guys. I love you. I appreciate you. Thanks so much for watching.
The Big Ounce sounds. I need a compilation of Big Ounce sounds.
Watching my vidget. Big Ounce loves you and appreciates you. And this boy missed me a lot while I was gone. I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you.
Okie dokie. I think that will do it for me. Thank you for the raid and for the follows and all of that. I'll send you over to Real Radhom. And they're very cool, very based, very knowledgeable. So please continue with the raid and love train over there. We love them, and I love you. Have a great night. Drink some water. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.